like a glitch. Eyes wide shut, still dodging the snitch. Laptop missing, emails encrypted. Truth so loud, the mainstream clipped it. Flash drive full, got that dead man code. But I keep it cold like a heart on the road. DC nights where the back doors crack. One wrong file and you never come back. I wanna be rich, but not self-rich. Wiki leaking out your dome into a ditch. You wish the simulation had a glitch. You wanna be rich, but not self-rich. But not self-rich. G-man lurking by the food truck line. Whispers in the Wi-Fi trailing mine. Check my 6 when I speak that facts. They erase folks cleaner than income tax. No chain, no fame, just VPNs. Tryna buy truth in a world full of friends who smile like masks in the masquerade, but flip the switch like a deep state blade. I wanna be rich, but not self-rich. Know too much, get left in a ditch. CIA scratches if Clinton's get an itch. Yeah, I wanna be rich, but not self-rich.
Can you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
Here comes Santa. Here comes the world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunning linguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracies, sex, culture, making it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunning linguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, culture, making it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys.
Big up yourself and welcome back to another episode of the Secret Society of Good Guys. It's midnight 12. That's Summer's birthday time on a Friday night, and it's probably going to get epically magic. And as you guys know, we have the most dangerous chat in the world, and you can go and hang out with a majority of them on Project Chaney on YouTube. But if you are on Rumble or on X, we appreciate your comments too. And we appreciate if you want to go to the little right on your handheld device and hit little hearts or hundreds or thumbs up. We appreciate that too. And you can give us extra by doing those things. We're only going to ask you to do 2 things today while you watch. 1, you're going to have to hit emojis and thumbs up and be extra sweetie. And 2, you have to wish Thomas a happy birthday. And if you want to get him a gift, you got to go to paranoidamerican.com and make an extra special purchase today.
And I'll give you a gift if you get something from me.
Hey.
Okay, how does this happen with them there?
I love that the chat's there.
I know, I don't mind them there either. I just, I'm like, how do we make
I wish
it?
it showed all the little emojis pop up, the hearts and all that.
What do you
What do you mean?
I see the emojis.
Yeah, I see the emojis.
Or the little, really? Like, I don't. Like when someone does this, like the heart, you can see
don't
it.
see this? Look at, oh wait, I have
do
to go
not.
over here.
Oh, like when people like the heart?
Yes, like when
Oh,
you do
no, we
little,
don't see that,
like
yeah.
100s and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, so happy Friday, Secret Society of Good Guys. How is your Thomas's birthday week going?
So far, so great.
Yeah, not bad. I'm happy to be here with you guys tonight. Happy birthday, Thomas.
Thank you. I'm a little delirious.
What have you been
Good,
doing all
you deserve
day?
to be.
I went to an arcade for like a good 3.5 hours today.
That's fucking rad.
Pinball, Mortal Kombat, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, or the arcade game. Just going back to the classics.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome that they have them.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm a pinball junkie, so there was a new place in downtown Orlando. It was like $20 for 24 hours, so I can technically go back and can barely see it, but I can technically go back until 10 a.m. and play more pinball. So who knows what the night has in store.
Oh, that's dope.
I love, but I'm a Miss Pac-Man girl. Like that was like
They
my
had it there. They had Miss Pac-Man.
favorite.
There was there was one line that was all old classic, sort of like Miss Pac-Man. They had like a Marble Madness and Galaga, like all like the classic versions. And then there was a row where it was all classic fighting games: Killer Instinct, Super Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, the X-Men versus Super Street Fighter, like all of those old school ones. And then there was like an entire section that was a bunch of like weird Japanese like rhythm games. So I even played DDR for a little while.
Woo, woo. That sounds like
Thomas,
fun.
do you share a birthday with Ted Kaczynski?
Is that true? I always talk so much smack about
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my gosh, and it kind of makes sense. Like,
It's
like, does this? Me and my Maria talk about this all the time because we have the same birthday, and there's so much peculiar similarities that we have. Like, even like it's like our mother's blueprints kind of similar, our father's blueprints kind of similar, like our dad's death is kind of
today. Yeah, that's Ted K's birthday. I had no idea.
rebel gene. You got that rebel gene. Thomas, Ted K probably took a bullet for you. It was supposed to be you. They were like, it's somebody with this birthday.
He didn't take a bullet. I don't think he ever took a bullet.
Well, how did he die?
Wasn't that lethal injection?
Oh, I didn't know he actually made it to the end of the, like, no one ever makes it to the end of the prison script. It's like just the Green Mile and apparently Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, how did he die? I'm pretty sure that he died in captivity, as you would say.
Well, Alan Marcus does have the link if he feels like coming in and filling us
Yeah,
in.
why doesn't he?
Maybe
I
he's
put him on my Instagram spell, so he should.
Get your butt in here, Alan.
my favorite thing on the picture. I just have to show you guys real quick. I don't know why this is so stupid.
I want to see it big. I'm so excited.
Okay. So my favorite thing about it is see by me and you, Abbie. It says see you next summer. Like, it's so stupid.
Weirdo. Oh,
I read
love
cunt
that.
in that too, by the way. I don't know if you did that on purpose.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a clever girl, Abbie.
And she summoned summer.
And then Thomas's, I was going to do the 8675309, but we're not really doing an 80s theme, even though we're full 80s theme. It's class of 2026, but 555, but 3333.
Clever.
Layla for president.
So that's class of SSGG. Everybody should do a glamour shot. And if you do and you put it up on X or Instagram or Facebook or wherever, tag us in it. And
Hell
we
yeah.
will put it in our stories and put a clever 80s song with it.
I tried so many prompts, and no matter what I put in, it kept wanting to give me a silk shirt unbuttoned with a hairless chest every
It
single
was
time.
totally going disco for you.
It was like, I guess that if that was me in that time period, I had a hair. It's not the case. I definitely do not have a hairless chest, but AI was like, this guy definitely would have a hairless chest.
They were like, this guy, Scarface. They just kept putting you in full Scarface
I
clothes.
liked it though.
They were like,
awesome.
this guy in the 80s, totally selling cocaine.
I guess who else would show up solo as a guy to Supercuts or whatever? What was it called? Glamour shots. Like a single guy showing up to glamour shots with a big beard. Like, all right, do your best.
That would be kind of funny.
I feel like that is totally 80s though. They did all the weird couples pictures and everything. Like the one of Chaney and Alan Marcus.
With the
Oh my
ugly
God.
ass sweaters.
Would you
and the
guys be
pastels.
into on the next time we have a meetup, we do a JCPenney's photo shoot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they even do photo shoots?
I don't know. Me and my sister were talking about this week because we were like, maybe we should get the whole family together, but we should all dress like the Olden Mills JCPenney's photo shoots.
Oh my
Like
God, that'd be
wear
so
the
fun.
dicky under the sweater and like stand. The other
the
thing I
crazy
like is, did you
perms.
see how I'm standing with my hands on Thomas's shoulder? Totally 80s. Because
Yeah.
the 90s is when we started giving gangster pose and like crouching on a knee and like doing that kind of shit in our little photos. But in the 80s, we were all like doing wedding photography and everything.
Oh yeah.
I say it like I was there, but like Abbie, I had an older sister as well. So I do feel like I got to experience so much stuff through her being a cool kid.
Yep. 80s pop culture with the older sister was like, it's amazing.
We could do like a human pyramid.
That is totally 80s too.
Yeah.
80s. The other thing I appreciated about the AI is whatever your guys' prompts were, and I don't know how different mine were. I didn't put in myself to be punk rock, but I just like how it gave you guys really great 80s hair, and I had full fucking crimp. They were like, let's give her like
Yeah,
the
the
frizz,
perm and the
crusty.
thing. Oh my God, I
like,
loved it though.
my
That
hair
was
lit
real
on
80s
fire.
though, for the most part. I like less girls had the feathered look. I feel like it was more the full on perm.
I have to look at it again.
Mine was turn this photo into an 80s glamour shot with soft focus haze, warm lighting, and feathered hair with 80s fashion trends. And then it
And
gave me
Thomas
like,
on his patch on his jacket, it's a piss on Box Saga.
I didn't even notice that.
It's the little things.
And the
so
full
dope.
mullet.
Yeah, I had a
this in
jean
the
jacket
front
You
on
look
and
now.
good with
hugging
the
the
mullet,
back.
Thomas.
Yeah, it's
I
not
love Chaney's
bad.
hair too. Gosh.
I like you with the sweater, Abbie, and I think
Yeah.
I
I
want that
think
sweater.
Layla needs more denim in her life.
Yeah, I do. And bigger hair.
Layla can totally rock the 80s makeup. Like I feel like most women in the 80s couldn't, but Layla totally could. Because I'm liking the whole purple eyeliner thing you're doing lately too. It's
Yeah, I love
awesome.
it. Uh-huh.
Good night.
I can't find that shade anywhere now. I'm like, oh man, I'm running out.
How do I turn this
hate
picture
that.
off? I was like, how do I get back to it? Yeah, it was totally crunchy mall hair. I roller derbied. That's what kind of girl I look like. Like I put that
Hell
hair
yeah.
up and I roller derbied. Like I may be fist fought. You guys are
I
like
want-
classy high school girls.
I want the frizzy hair to come back
Like
so I
Mean
don't have
Girls.
to do my hair as much.
You bring it back.
Yeah.
That's
You just
true.
wear it
Look
one
good no
day and
matter how
start
you wear
doing
your
it
hair.
on here. Psh,
That's true.
it's back. Jinkos tried. They had a jump. They went right from Jinkos to those cowboy pants that like they look like they just got off a horse.
It just looks so great.
80s.
Mm,
I feel like Jinkos try to come back, but it's hard to come back and then be like, here's these $200 pants. And like original Jinkos were not expensive. I remember they were like $70 to $90 for some of those like crazy umbrella style ones that had the pockets that you could fit like another person inside of.
mm.
I like
Oh, yeah.
I like rigs with I like an 80s muff. But that is
Who does, honestly?
that is
if you
true
do, that's
too. If you're a kid in like the late 80s, early 90s, that's me. At some point, you walked in on your mom naked
oh
and
my
were like,
God.
God,
Was that
dang."
traumatizing or what?
It was as traumatizing as when your dad shaved off his mustache or beard for the first
Oh
time.
my God.
You were like, whoa, ma.
I never want to see that again.
And it's like, Jesus, I'm surprised ladies could wear like, you know, where they were like, nothing comes between me and my Calvins. And it's like, really? That bush looks like it does.
Did I ever tell you guys the story about how, like, first time I saw my dad, like, going to the bathroom, first time I saw his junk, and I think I'd only been raised with women. So, like, I'd never, I had older sisters, and then there was me and my mom, and then she remarried my stepdad. And when he comes into the picture, like, he's going to the bathroom, and I walked in the bathroom, and I saw him go to the bathroom. And I was horrified. I ran out, and I was in my room with, like, my blankets over my head, and I was in there, like, way too long. My mom finally comes in, she's like, Abbie, is something wrong? I was like, Mom, I just saw his pee-pee, and he's got 3 pee-pees. There's something wrong with him. He needs to leave. And she's like, Abbie, He's just a boy. It's like, no, there's something wrong with him. He needs to leave right now, Mom.
Like leave the house. Like we need to
Yes.
get
You were
rid
like,
of
he just
him.
needs to
Yes.
get out of here.
I
Like
thought he was like an
whatever's
alien or something. There was something-
abomination.
Yes.
I had a traumatic story too when I was a little girl. How it happened was I was sleeping on my bed, right? And it was like right by the window, and we had these old windows with chains on it. So like I was sleeping, like I put my pillow on the side of the
This is gonna be funny already. I know.
It is.
No,
It is.
and then I just think it's just so crazy because this is every kid across America, even right now, like class of 2026, all had to have like, and I walked in and my mom had a shaved pussy. Like it's just a different story, but they have the same trauma. Go on, Layla.
So like I'm sitting, no, I put my head on the side of like, I guess the windowsill, and my hand was just like kind of like out where the window kind of like shuts. So I don't know what the fuck happened. All of a sudden the window, I guess one of the chains broke or something and just slammed on my fucking thumb.
Oh shit.
And I start screaming for my fucking life, like I'm dying, but it's just my fucking thumb. But I was in so much pain, and I'm screaming and I'm screaming. My dad's in the shower, and he fucking runs out, and he pulls out the window, and he takes me on the floor, and he's fucking butt naked, and I'm like crying, and then he slaps me across the face, like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm just like, I got distracted for a second because I see.
You didn't even feel the
crying.
slap. That is the meaning of a dick
And he
slap. It wasn't
slaps me
getting
to
slapped with a
look
dick.
up.
It was seeing a dick and then getting slapped.
It's like, stop looking down. Because I was like, what the fuck is Oh my God. And then my mom comes in, and then the whole ice pack situation. And I was like looking at my mom. I'm like trying to like fathom what the fuck is going on, you know? It was so weird. I don't know. I don't remember what happened afterwards, but yeah, that was like my first. Oh, God.
Traumatic on every
Yeah,
level.
it
Shit.
was.
I was a little traumatized, honestly. I thought, like, I didn't know at all. You don't have any concept of a penis size. You only know the one penis you've seen in your whole life. And so I was just kind of under the assumption that, like, my dad had a normal sized penis, and not like I'm big up in my dead dad, but I will say that I feel bad in life for like a guy I hooked up with once that I remember thinking he had a small dick, and I remember talking shit about it, which is so not like me. And now I just think he had a very normal sized dick. I think like I just had a fucked up concept of penis, and now I feel like poor dude. I should have never talked shit about that poor guy. It was just
He's thinking
average
about it right
dude.
now too. He's probably like, oh, I
He's
can't
like, and
believe
she's
I
gay
can't-
now.
Am I really small? I can't believe it.
And she's gay. Like that.
What did I
always
do to
is-
her? She thought I had a clit.
Super clit.
Oh shit.
Anyways, yeah, I definitely like playground equipment. I think there was just a little more. I don't know how it really is now, but I just remember being a kid and you'd be sitting in a room with like ladies and aunts. And maybe it was more for me as a lesbian little girl, but I just felt like, look at all these tits. People would just be sitting doing their makeup without their shirts on everywhere and like sitting crisscross applesauce in a mirror at the, closet, and somebody's at a vanity and they're just all chit-chatting, walking around a house without shirts on all the time. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so many boobies. And this is not even at my house. My mom and sister weren't walking around without shirts on all the time. But I felt like at all my friends' house that I went to, all their mom and sisters were just naked. And I was like, and I grew up in a nudist colony later kind of in life, like later. But I just felt like being like a 6-year-old being like, holy shit, there's a lot of tits.
I don't think it
remember
never
that
bothered me
pillow.
because my mom, like I always seen her tits, so it was like, oh, just tits, It never shocked me. But penis? Whoa. That shocked me.
Yeah, penis was low, but
Yeah,
no tits
when-
too though, because I had 2 older sisters and they were in high school and they would shower together too. Like they were like Irish twins, but they did everything together. And I remember like walking in on the bathroom, and that's all I'd see. I'd be obsessed with looking at him, and I'm not even a lesbian, so I don't know.
I
It's
mean, the
probably just
first time
normal
I
for a
saw
6-year-old.
my mom's penis, I was shocked.
I would imagine so. She got a big one?
I mean, I haven't seen anyone else's mom's penis yet, so I wouldn't really know like
You have
the
no
scale
comparison. It was
difference.
like
Yeah.
me with my dad.
Well, we couldn't see our mom's penises either for all the hair, so.
No, I never saw my dad's dick. That
That's
would have
good.
been
That's
gay.
true.
Just my mom's.
That was kind of shocking for me too, seeing that bush.
Yeah.
It was
I
like,
remember
what the
like wanting my mom to
fuck
take
is
a shower with
going
me
on
like
there?
as a little kid, and then she did, and I was like, never again. No.
Yeah, that was scary.
Scared
Do
me.
you feel like in the time you were a child and like watching everything go through with media and everything else, we are at a point where it's like LGBTQ, whatever other letters they can add on to it. It's just gotten crazy. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet of you, Shepard.
Oh yeah.
Happy
Oh, thank
birthday,
you.
Paranoid. I just picked up a shirt from your shop. Looking forward to repping it.
So if you get a shirt, just know that I'll send you a cool little extra gift, but it'll come separate from the shirt because I have the shirts delivered directly from my print shop in Texas.
And if you get a Layla card and it's a hologram, it's worth way more money.
Oh yeah, it's rare, super rare.
Yeah, it's a rarity.
I think I only make 10 holographic cards for each card that I got in conspiracy cards, and I get anywhere between 200 to 1,000 of the normal ones made, but only 10 will ever be holographic.
Oh, that's pretty
awesome.
dope. That's a great idea. I think that's perfect. What were we just talking about before Shepard with his sweet little gift?
Our mom's dicks, I thought.
Our mom's dicks. I felt like we were saying something else, but I don't
Yeah,
remember
why
now.
are people like still into
Oh,
the
is
whole
it?
circumcision thing, or like are they like backtracking and like understanding that it's like not a cool thing to do to your son?
It's both. Like there are some people who are just hardcore, they're not gonna listen to that it's mutilation or whatever, and then you hear both. Like there's a lot less people circumcising now than there was, but
It's like homeschooling, I feel like. Honestly, it's like the same amount of people that are aware enough of the system that they are like, however hard this is, I'm going to try to figure this thing out and homeschool my kid. I feel like those are the same people that are educated enough to be like, I don't want to cut the tip of my son's dick off.
Yeah, like what do you think, Thomas? Like
Well, I can't remember if it was. I don't know if it was on this show. I think it might have been on Cult of Conspiracy that I did last week. But we were John or he goes by Cajun Knight now and Raven Lee. That both of them were military as well. And I just remember we got into this conversation. I had never heard this before, but that you actually have to be circumcised in order to join a lot of the different branches for all sorts of reasons, but that there's actually people that go to join the military. The military is like, yeah, you're accepted, except for this one thing. You're going to have to do this one thing.
what?
And it's wild that you could be an adult and go and try and join the military like 17 or 18 and then end up having to get an adult circumcision just because the military is asking you to.
Is
I
that
thought was
new?
freaking wild. Yeah, that apparently it was real.
I was like, because my son went in 2019 and he didn't have to.
I assume they've changed that because honestly, they're probably looking for all sorts at this point, right? So
Yeah.
as foreskin or not, they don't really care about that. They're probably looking like, is it botched? We need a few botched to fill this quota.
Would it be sexist, or if Layla, if you're not down with it, do you remember in the 80s when they had those pins where the ink in them, you poured it and it made the lady naked?
Yes.
We should have one of those pens of Layla.
Yeah, that would actually be dope. That would be fucking dope.
We
honestly.
could cover your goods in your like
marijuana leaves.
Yeah,
There are
we could
PG,
totally.
versions of those where it's just like it goes from being like a mini skirt into like a bikini or something.
Yeah, we
That'd
can
be
do.
cute.
What about if on one side it was Layla's front and on the other side it's Abbie's back? Like I just turned into a chauvinistic. Sorry, you guys. You're not here for your looks. You're here for your brain.
I like it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
But it's dope though. I like
It'll
that
have to
idea.
be one of the stretch goals or like one of the top tiers on the Kickstarter for
Oh, yeah.
Real Housewives.
Oh, the amount of crazy ideas and how much I really want to lean into nostalgia for it. And if we have crazy top tiers, just stuff I want to mess around with. Like I'd like to make like mini trapper keepers for like top tier,
Local
like stuff.
games.
Even what one?
The water games.
Oh yeah, love those.
We'll call it Watch the Water.
Yeah. Oh my god, and have like dolphins in there and shit.
Oh, those
my
are
God, that'd
dope
be so
though.
dope. Yeah, I
Those
miss
are
those.
cool.
I wonder if you drank the water in those things. Like, how bad? Does anyone still alive that drank the water out of those water games?
I never thought to drink the water.
I
Well,
think
did you drink water out of your squirt gun?
Well, yeah, but those ones were like came sealed with water from China directly.
Or those
Some of
sand
them. Some of them you had to
paintings.
fill yourself.
Remember? They were like sunset sand paintings.
Yes.
And they were like you can like change the sunset with the sand. I remember those.
Where
I
you
like the
flip
magic
the little things that you
mustache.
flip.
Uh-huh.
Magnetic mustache.
Oh my god, that too. Holy shit.
I feel like we had the best toys in the like 80s, early 90s.
Those might have been way before the 80s, honestly.
Yeah.
Some of those toys might have been like 1950s shit. Some of it, I remember like in the back of all my comics, they'd have like one page. I'd be like 99 cents and you can get I was there for a second, then not. You can get all this stuff and it, like even like silly putty or slinkies or all that thing. I remember everything, even the X-ray glasses. I remember my dad saying, "Don't do that." I fell for that one too, and I was just thinking, "Psh, what do you know? Like, what is your X-ray glasses compared to my shit?" And when they came, he was like, "Those are literally." I wish I had a picture of me in my X-ray glasses.
I never had the X-ray glasses. What were they like? What did they do? Nothing. Did
They were like movie glasses, and then they had that aura thing, like where it was like pain. So when you looked at things, they had a little bit of rainbow going on.
Oh,
You
so
know,
it
the
wasn't
way that
like
they were
literally
made
X-ray.
it was supposed to be like almost you'd see everything in double or triple just slightly, but it would make it look like you would see like not your skeleton, but like a bones inside of you. It was the dumbest effect ever.
Yay.
And what's crazy is that now you can get real X-ray glasses because you can get like AR glasses that just take the video stream of what you're looking at and then feed it through AI and just it'll tell AI like take off everybody's clothes or whatever, and then it'll just like stream like an AI version of everything that you're seeing in real time.
Up another happy birthday, Thomas. If Summer, because Summer has the link, if she wants to come in, she would sing a great birthday song for you today.
She would.
And it would be so good. We might get taken off YouTube because it might hit the copyright. But also, if you're just getting here, if you're one of the 100 people that are watching on X or Rumble or YouTube, you can go to paranoidamerican.com. And if you buy something from there, Thomas will send you a gift for his birthday.
And I just found out I share a birthday with Ted Kaczynski. So who knows what the gift I send you in the mail might be.
Wink, wink.
Also this week, Thomas, you went to Nephilim Death Squad and hung out in the studio again.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 times. Like I went first. We went and I talked to Top about some stuff, but I went there originally for a show called Straight Bible that's run by Oliver, the guy that owns the Standard coffee shop, which is where the NDS studio is at now. And we were just talking about that, and he gave me a book about how Mary is like the whore in the book of Revelation or something. I'm not really sure. It was like a thick ass book. So I'm going to go after I finish reading about that. He's totally self-taught Bible, like no denomination or anything. And he's just been self-taught Bible believer for quite a while now. So, and I mentioned that I've read that I was one of the few people that has actually read the Bible in its entirety. I actually did it 4 times in the span of like 4 months or something. So I've read it enough times that I guess that I'm not sure if I'm necessarily an expert, but I've read all the passages at least. So we might end up doing like some cool Bible reading, like a non-religious Bible reading, if that makes
Nice.
sense.
Yeah.
It's funny. I had my Bible out in the last 2 days, and it's just like going through some things I feel Mandela effect about, like things I thought I knew or scripts that I thought I understood. And then I'm going back and reading them, and I'm like, I sat with people and we dissected this, and this is not the same as I thought my whole life. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I almost feel like, is everybody just getting to this point where like those who have the eyes to see it or the ears to hear it, like we're hitting this point of understanding everything in a more metaphysical, spiritual way, that some of the things that are becoming just words where it's like source, okay, we're going to move on with this kind of thing. We're understanding what we're going through with this idea. And now we can go through and break down this passage and then talk about what each of these words could have meant in other ways. And then what the meaning of this whole sentence could have meant. I just think people are getting a little more open to wanting to understand their Bible. And it does.
Yeah, one of our
it's
fans,
good for a
Hope,
contrarian.
she just asked me if I wanted to book club with her reading the Bible, but under the context of like Christ has already came and went, you know.
A little
Isn't the
Caesar.
best way to like understand the Bible is like dissect it through the ancient Greek, and like dissecting what those words mean instead of like going to what they gave the translation to. And so like instead of going by that,
Right.
just you translate it yourself to get your own understanding.
I feel like it would be better because
Well,
there's
that's
so many words that are out of context because of the
Yeah.
translation.
That
and
sounds
there's
like a 10-year
It would
effort.
be. It would
But
be.
that's who this lady that I would watch at night before, she would preach every fucking night. And for some reason, she would come on at 3 a.m. and she fucking goes to the ancient Greek and tries to break down the understanding and try to explain what it means in Greek instead of like going by the modern translation. That's why I was like very fascinated with this preacher and try to understand what she's saying through the Bible. I learned a lot back in the day, but I forgot all of it because it was so long ago. But she was great, like so great.
I feel
But
like
I
if you're
think
an
that's a
Abbie
good
tries to
tool.
do that too.
hmm
I think that another thing with the Bible is, so it's not really what's in the Bible. It's what's omitted from the Bible. And so a big, huge debate comes, oh, well, we recognize or don't recognize that book. And a lot of the recognition of the books come from the king and popes and the rewrites of the Bible. And so I just feel like, I don't know, some people say there's like hundreds of books that are supposed to be in there. Some people say there's 66 that are supposed to be in there. Some people say 77, like, it's like, but when you go through of it and you're like, okay, we got the book of Romans. So we get this Roman depiction of this, but there's also a book of Egyptians, but we're not allowed to have their depiction of it. It's like, even at that, where it's like, okay, we got the book of Matthew and we got the book of, but we don't have the book of Judas. That seems important.
Yeah.
It's like there are these things that, somebody wrote this, but why isn't this one allowed in? And when you go and read those ones and you see why they're not allowed in, is, I think, if you become your own church, and I like the book of Thomas the most, and it's of the books, that's, what is it, the Apocrypha? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Apocrypha are the ones that were left out of the conventional Bible.
Of that, the book of Thomas is actually the one that, if you're going to put Jesus's words in red, that has the most amount of red words in it over any of the other gospel. And I like that it says something like, if you're looking for me, you will find me under any rock or in any stream. And I think that is what the church doesn't want you to know. Like those key
because
things.
you have to be affiliated with the church.
Well, the book of Thomas, or the Gospel Thomas, is essentially saying that if you just start praying, there's your church. Like, you don't need to go to anything that's been set up. And as long as, I don't even know if it puts a limit, but it's like, if 2 or 3 people congregate in the same area and praise my name, then that's basically the same thing as going to church. So of course, it didn't make it through Council of Nicaea and any other sort of like standardizations, because those ones rely on having some kind of institution above you. And actually, I love the Gospel of Judas is the most interesting one, because one of the reasons it didn't make the cut was because allegedly it hadn't been found until very recently, like way after the Bible had been around and kind of settled for a while. But that it basically said that Judas was the most devoted out of all of the disciples, because like it's not like, I mean, surprise, Jesus didn't get shocked by Judas. It's not like he was like, what? You know, here I am, like omnipotent son of God. I had no idea you were going to double cross me. If anything, it was Judas that didn't realize he was going to have to double cross Jesus. And he tells him that you've got the hardest job out of anybody, because everyone's going to hate you in order for you to do this thing, but you have to do it in order to kind of fulfill the prophecy.
And I feel like there's some texts that actually say that Jesus told Judas, so Judas knew going into it that he was going to have to do it, and he didn't want to.
And if you think about it, the opposite of who do they say Paul was going to be the one that they built the church upon? Like that, all the church. And if you think about it, Judas would actually be proving his worth the most, because he would always go down that nobody knew that he had his faith except him. And that is the point.
And who would you call on? Like, you would call on your closest friend, like to.
Yeah, if I needed to do it, I'm not going to call a stranger and just be like, hey, bitch, here's $100. Tell the Romans I did this.
Yeah. Like, you're going to have to do this for me. And I'm sorry. It sucks. It's like going to be a huge burden on your soul. But like, I need it.
Hey, but I'll come back to life in like 3 days. Don't worry about it.
Oh, let's see. Look
Summer.
at that.
Happy birthday to you. I thought they were going to sing along. I can't do this alone. There's absolute no way.
You're so young. You're going to get us taken off YouTube, though, with the new kids in the background. You got to take the new kids off.
No,
turn off the music, though.
Oh.
Yeah, just turn off the music. We have to sing it a cappella.
What is happening here? Oh, my God. Panic attack. I thought I was prepared. Happy birthday, Summer.
Thank you.
You know,
it's because I made you big on the screen.
Oh, I know. It's like too much is happening right now. And that wasn't even the one I was going to sing. I was going to sing the Jamaican one. But
is there a Jamaican
the 47,
birthday?
of course, I arrived on the 47.
Sing the Jamaican happy birthday for Thomas.
Oh, it's like, happy birthday, my friend. One more year upon them. Let's all a vibe. Give thanks to life. Next year we're doing it again. Guys, when I sing Jamaican, I put like this weird man voice on.
I was looking for my steel drum. I'm not even going to lie.
Oh,
I like it. And Summer puts on the same voice when she's singing Jamaican as she does when she's driving in traffic.
No. That's the only way to do it. And that's my best singing voice in the car.
Like reading Rainbow 1, right? That one's my bomba clot butterfly in the sky. But the high grade got me feeling high. Pussy will take a look. Me not go read no book. Bad man love rainbow. All right, guys, what were
were we talking about?
I don't know, but I got it before it reached midnight.
Bible.
The weed man just came, so I'm going to roll a spliff and I'll be back.
Okay. See you soon. Come and go as you can, well, please.
Thank you, Summer.
Sally on X said she'd give you $100, Chaney.
For what?
I don't know.
Hey, take it.
Sally, is it in the chat?
Yeah.
Where is Sally? Sally's my homegirl. Sally knows all of the goods. She's also another Utah person that knows a bunch of fun stuff about Utah. But if you follow Sally, she knows a lot about politics. And the number one thing that not enough people talk about that Sally is like a dictionary for, Operation Gladio. And nobody knows, like not enough people talk about it. They just talk about all these separate things going on and not like, oh, this is all one thing. So anyways, you guys should
Operation
go
what?
check out Gladio.
I don't even know about that. What is that?
Oh my gosh, maybe we should have Sally on one night.
$100
and
to
talk-
betray Judah. Oh, that's what it was.
I should know more right off the bat, but I think that's what Vatican working with the Nazis. No, Gladio.
It's like a whole big thing where, in a way, like if you hear people talk about color revolutions, ever, like where they pretend that they put a leader in that is picked in a democratic system, but really they're put in by the CIA. And then all the little downfalls of their country and all the little wars that happen in between. It's so huge and it's so big. And it's been going on for such a long time, like a coordinated thing. Yeah. If you want to geek out, maybe we should totally have Sally on and she will.
Yeah.
Because Sally's also naughty. So she, if we
That's
talk
just fun.
about 80s Bush, it won't offend her.
Do we get to initiate someone new soon?
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's been a while.
That should be made into one of the new initiation questions. Would you fuck your clone? What are them? It's would you fuck your clone? And then we had another one for a while.
Would you fuck your clone? Oh, do you want to be beaten or fucked
sexted,
in?
yeah.
Sexton.
And then there could be something about 80s Bush.
There was one more. You're right, Thomas. There was
Something about lighting your fart on fire. We did that for a
there was
little while.
lighting the fart on fire. Tell us what the other questions were for initiation into Secret Society of Good Guys, if anyone out in the chat remembers.
We haven't had an initiation in a while, so we need the protocol, guys.
Yeah.
No one else can stay up late like this.
Look at Sally. How dare you? I waxed, like she was saying, and then she can come tell you about her 80s Bush. She's like, how dare you? No, we were talking about that before you got here. That's some good shit. Oh, I love Friday nights. I feel so lucky that I get Friday nights and I get to hang out with you guys and like the world's most deadliest chat.
We do have an awesome chat though.
Anyways,
Oh,
we were
what do you
talking
guys
about
think
the
about-
I picked
Bible.
up
Oh,
them
go on.
last night on the.
What do you guys think
The
about Kim
conspiracy
K and the whole cocaine situation?
Tell
With
us.
Oh yeah.
yeah, there's a whole scandal with Kim K and
Skims,
a bunch of cocaine. I don't know much of the deets, but I've been seeing a bunch on my feed, and I just don't really care so much to like look into it because it's Kim Kardashian. But I know that's like the topic of the conversation.
Oh,
At first,
here,
they said
I'll
it was
pull
like
up.
$4.8 million or something like that, and then it switched to $8.4 million.
Worth of
With the cocaine.
cocaine?
Yeah, and like being shipped in one of her like Skims trucks,
Mhm.
something like that.
It says that
Oh, those
police.
Merkins?
Yeah, are those? They totally are.
Oh, I'd wear the white one.
Oh wow, that's
Oh my God, no.
Police-
80s Bush. Here we go.
Bushes. Oh my God.
police say they recovered 8.4 million worth of cocaine hidden in a Kim Kardashian Skims brand underwear shipment.
Ironic.
You know, I have heard the rumor for a long time, even when I lived in Los Angeles, and when right before Whitney Houston died, she was dating Ray J. And I had heard in LA for a long time that Ray J was the drug dealer of the stars. Like he got all of them cocaine. That's the only reason he had any kind of clout. And he was always Brandy's brother, but he was her younger brother. He got into all the parties and he had the connections. And so he was like the cocaine guy. It's kind of funny because I think he has a lawsuit against Kris Jenner right now. And this cocaine thing coming out about him because Ray J and the Kardashians have been in it together for decades now, like pushing each other's business. So that is really curious.
And it's
Yeah,
just
that was
real
like
odd.
the first Ozempic, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Pretty much.
Like cocaine being dealt
Keep you
to all the
skinny.
celebs.
Wasn't there a whole episode of her receiving her like, I don't know, package of like computers and hard drives and shit and just like some sketchy shit? Wasn't there an episode that she had?
Where Kanye got it all back from her from Diddy?
Yeah, got it all back for her, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's like
She was
kind of
crying and
like
upset and
it's given Epstein-ish. I don't know
Mhm.
why she's given trafficker. I don't know why. I get
What,
trafficker
Kim K?
from her. Yeah, Rachel Chandler vibes. That's what I get from her.
I think the celebrities that are the most interesting is if they are out in public and everyone around them seemingly is wasted and they're stone cold sober, that's handler as fuck vibes to me. That's how Paris Hilton
Yeah.
always rings me. And I know the Hiltons and the Kardashians like pretty much have the same spell going on with whatever their
where's
crawl
Rob
up witch covens
Kardashian?
are.
Where is he?
Probably
I
preparing
haven't fucking seen him in years, bro. I think he's fucking dead. I made a whole TikTok about it and it's got so many views. And like till this day, I get likes on it. It's like, great question. I haven't seen him since blah, 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 blah. And I haven't.
Dude, speaking of, where the hell did Bruce Jenner go? Like, no one even cares about that. There's like a dude missing. Everyone cares about Shelly
true.
Miscavige, but Bruce Jenner's been missing for decades now.
Why didn't Bruce Jenner come out? I want to know what Bruce Jenner thinks about Thomas Massey. Like, that's what I really want to know. Where is Bruce Jenner's opinion? Bruce had the funniest voice.
Yeah,
Like,
he
it was
did.
such a like little fun. I can't even do it, but it was like such a weird, like Mr. Rogers-y type voice.
Yeah. It's very like, say like, but very like in a modern take. I don't know how to explain it.
You
Very
guys, I
prep.
fell out of my chair today, and Thomas probably knows this. This is totally off subject, but just like weird fact of the day: Walt Disney's dad was a carpenter for the World's Fairs.
Oh shit.
And more fun fact on his dad, but Walt Disney was convinced that he was not related to his dad. He thought that he was some sort of royalty that got kidnapped by like evil step parents and that they whisked them away from his palace, which is exactly the plot of almost every of early Disney movies.
I used to think that too. I used to sit there and tell my parents, like, I can't wait till my real parents come.
Right.
I did it, and my mom's like, Abbie, I was there when you're born. I am your real mom. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure you're not.
Like, I've seen enough Disney movies to know you're lying to me.
You had to go watch Disney movies in the theaters then, though. Like, I remember watching Snow White in the theater. Like, you couldn't watch it at home.
National Enquirer always got it right. That was the shtick. Like National Enquirer was they were the ones that created the blind items. And so everything in those was real life stuff. And you had to match with, they'd be like, some celebrity who likes red shoes is like also likes going to a private island and hooking up with underage girls. And then you'd be like, oh, Tom Hanks. Like
And then in the next article would be like, I'm having Bat Boy's baby.
And then we learn what about all this stuff with the aliens or ancient people. They are like if the fallen come down. The rule that like God said you can sleep with everything else on the planet, just don't hook up with the daughters of man. And they were like heard, and that's how all these creepy like creatures come about. But Bat Boy wouldn't be far fetched. Like that seems right up their alley with weird shit. Like how far away is Bat Boy from a panda?
I mean, if you had the money and the resources, I feel like we've got technology now that there's probably some weird like Chinese billionaire with a fetish that has made a Bat Boy sex slave already.
It seems well if you look up Madame LaLaurie in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
And all her darkness, she sewed a bullhead to a man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sewing wings to like a child seems par for the course, even on the brutal end. Which, by the way, speaking of brutal, hard left, and you guys can talk about bring up whatever. I watched a movie last night that I did not think I was going to like. And it was called Send Help with Rachel McAdams.
Oh, I love the thing.
Holy
I went into that
shit,
thing
it was
completely
so
blind. Yeah, I thought that was so good.
It was so good. Same here. I went in completely blind. And I love movies that pretty much every part of the movie, as we're in the scene, I'm like, this is going to happen next. This is going to happen next. As we're in the scene. But emotionally, I like how I was like, I hate her. I love her. I hate her. I love her. Like it was just such a conundrum of back and forth that I'm like, okay, they did a good job at that. Of making you like victim, prey, predator, prey. But you guys should watch it if you.
It was kind of like the Lord of the Flies, but if Piggy won at the end. That's kind of how I saw it. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
In Lord of the Flies, Piggy does not win at the end.
I think that's a good way to say it because that doesn't give anything away. Like it seems like it does, but it doesn't. Because at some point you're like, oh shit, this is a whole different scenario than I thought I was in on. I don't know. I liked it.
There's this new movie out that everyone's talking about that's scaring the shit out of everybody. Like people are like crying in the movie theaters, like and fucking leaving. They can't like handle it. I forgot the fucking name of it. But it's just like weird. Hold on. I don't know if I can find it. Let me see.
Like a horror movie?
Yeah, everyone's like talking about it, and everyone did not expect for it to like be this fucking scary. I'm just like, oh, interesting. I don't watch horror movies anymore, but yeah,
I can't really
apparently
think
it's
of any horror movies that are that bad that it would be like, oh, that's. But yeah, this was a great one. Send Help was really good.
So if you guys are out there and you're looking for like, it's Sunday, I don't have anything to watch, blah, 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 and none of your favorite podcasters are on, you should check this movie out. It's campy good. So, but I was actually surprised at how gory it was. I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that.
Obsession. There you go. It's called
Obsession?
Obsession.
Oh, it sounds so familiar.
There's like this weird clip of this girl and this guy on a date, and he asks her a question, and she gets out of her booth, and she's like fucking freaking out, like psychotically. I don't know much about this fucking movie, but apparently it's getting a lot of rave and scaring the shit out of people. Don't know. Was wondering if any of you seen it.
I want to watch the Backrooms trailer, you guys, and I know that it's going to be pulled down later on YouTube, just the part, not this whole episode. But so if you come on later and you see a part of us talking right now, and then it just skips into us later talking about it, it's because we went and we watched the Backrooms movie trailer, because I want to watch it right now. We talk about the Backrooms in old podcasts and an
Is
old
that what
conspiracy.
it does now? It cuts the clip out?
Well, I edit it out later, so we don't get the whole episode pulled down.
Like, how dumb are they, though? Like, this is literally free advertisement.
That's what I think we should be able to do trailers.
We're showing an ad. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. I think the same thing about music clips, but I'm like, I'm already going to have to edit it later because I know the back of summer. Music's worse than movies or shows. It's so quick how quick the AI will pick up. It'll be like, ding, 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 ding. And it's like, pew. It'll. So let me see. But I'm so curious about, I've heard about it, but I haven't watched the trailer yet.
Listen, hearts. I love men. I love good men. The men I talk about are shit men. So don't be offended. If you're a good man, it has nothing to do with you. That's all. Love you. I did not know there was a Backrooms fucking trailer.
Let me pull it up so I know. So people at
and
home
man,
know what's
for
going
my
on.
man,
I just got to say how hot Layla
For
looks
my man.
before she starts talking shit on men. That's real life, though. Okay, let's make sure this isn't too loud. Okay. Oh.
I found something in the store.
Okay. What did you find?
The place. I found a place.
This is gonna freak me out.
Hello? Anyone there?
Look, I know how this sounds, but you gotta understand, it's massive in there.
I'm not saying I don't believe you.
Okay, I'm gonna come back here with proof.
All right, you feel me? Yeah.
Follow my lead.
Clark, what is this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've been here every night since I found the place, and I still barely scratched the surface. right, just take it slow.
Oh my God.
Pull me up, pull me up, pull me up! What do you see? All these rooms. This place builds them. It's like a maze. It just goes on and on. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get lost.
Clark, can you hear me?
I don't understand. What is this?
It's beautiful. Am I right?
Hello?
But it's strange how the backrooms feel so familiar.
Dude.
It's like a labyrinth in a dream. Like
The
that's
color,
like
the
so many
everything.
dreams. Yeah.
It really is
Her walking
weird.
through the
It's
walls.
so eerie.
It's fucking like
It's
lucid
so
dreaming in a
great.
Have you
labyrinth.
guys ever been to the back rooms?
Yeah.
What's that show Severance? It's got like the Severance
Yeah.
vibe to it. And then I don't know if you guys have ever seen Hypercube, any of the Hypercube
Yes,
movies.
the Cube movies. Oh my gosh, they're so good. Like nobody's ever seen them. I feel like so I'm glad you watched them. Like
They're
What
total
movie?
B movies. That's why.
yeah, but they're like so good though. I don't know.
I'm pulling up the movie poster because I have no idea.
I think the first one's called The Cube.
Cube 2?
Yeah, there's I don't know how many there are. I'm sure there's got to be at least like
Sounds
5 of them at
familiar.
this
They
point.
connect them all really well though. Like storyline and like connects so good.
It looks creepy just for. Oh, wait, that's Cube 2, Hypercube. Oh, whatever. It'll give enough of.
That's right. Yeah, Cube. It was the Cube, and then it was Cube 2, the Hypercube, and then there was like a whole bunch of others.
Cube Zero, I think, and
But I
yeah.
can see, I don't even have, I have to watch it just from this one picture. I'm like, yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, the whole
Is
premise
that a
is that
Tesseract?
they're stuck inside of this huge, kind of like a backroom style maze, but each time they're trapped in a certain room, and it's like an escape
You wake
room
up by
movie.
yourself.
And then it's also kind of mixed with like Saw, right? Like if you
Yeah.
mess up, you lose a hand or you die or something.
Yep.
It's Super Mario Brothers 1 World 8-3.
It's too Canadian.
That's a deep cut, but if you remember that, where I think it was 8-3, where you had to do it in just the right thing, or you kept starting at the beginning again.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't 8-3.
That was every level in Mario, wasn't it?
No, but this one specifically, you didn't have to die. Like it was one of the dungeon worlds.
Oh,
and
if you didn't
then-
go the right direction, it'd
yeah,
start
you had
back
to like
up,
the
yeah.
first one, you had to go through the bottom, middle, or top shelf, and then you'd run through a certain amount of way, and then you'd have to go through the bottom, middle, or top shelf, and then you'd run through a certain amount of the way, and if you missed any of those channels to the right one, it just sent you back to the beginning of the board. And it was one of the ones where it was like already fast speed when you go on the board, so you already got that music all paced up in your head.
This is like, that's probably my most common recurring nightmare, is something like that, where I'm like trapped in a big mall and I'm trying to like find my car. I'm trying to find like the level that I need
You're
to
in the
be at.
labyrinth.
And like,
Yeah.
no matter what I do, no matter what elevator or escalator or hall I go down, I keep ending up where I started. And I can slowly feel my legs getting more and more tired, to the point where I feel like
Yeah.
I'm trying to like crawl back to like wherever my car's at.
Labyrinths in the dream room will drain you. Like, and that's like,
Oh, I feel it so very like,
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll wake up after one of those dreams and feel exhausted, like, oh my God, thank God I can finally get some rest from that.
yeah, we talked about that last night on the Cult of Conspiracy. We talked about the whole mall world and
Oh, I'm so
Labyrinth,
happy. I hope you guys had a
Yeah.
good time talking about that. I can't wait to hear it.
it was exciting. It was fun hanging out with them.
Nice.
Oh, you, Abbie, tell the audience about that and when they can find it.
I hung out with Cajun Knight and Raven Lee of the Cult of Conspiracy podcast. Didn't realize that we had all met them already at the
Yeah.
Second Bohemian Grove.
IRL.
Yeah, and
I knew it sounded familiar AF. And when I looked them up, they look so familiar. And I wanted to say, I don't know you. I feel like they're IRL people to me. And I don't want to, like, it's weird how the world blends.
When we met them IRL,
armor with
Raven
the
Lee
frying
was
pan?
there. but it was I think Cult and Conspiracy was Jonathan, and it was two guys, and then the other half of the original Cult Conspiracy now does Meta Mysteries. So now it Cult of Conspiracies is Cajun Knight and Raven Lee.
But Cajun Knight was there, and he was the one who was in the suit of armor. And remember, like, getting
Yeah,
hit
he's
with
the one that was like
frying pan?
hitting his asking people to hit him in
Yeah.
the head with a sword. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they're really fun. So
so
we
you went
we
on
talked
there
a lot
last
about
night.
dreaming. Yeah, and we talked a good 3 hours. It went all over the place, not just dreaming, but we did stick to the topic pretty well. So it was fun.
Oh, and you talked about Mall World?
Yeah, that's specifically about Mall World because Raven Lee has been there many times in dreams. Like, she enjoys it when she goes. And did you guys know this? I just happened to see this fact that morning. Like, why they call the mall,
No.
because when you want to go shopping, whatever store you want to go to, you can go to the mall. Them all.
No way.
I mean, I don't know, but it makes so much.
That sounds like a Southern lady thing, but I
Yes,
dig
but I mean,
it.
it makes sense.
That's taken in an
That's-
American dialect and applying it to a non.
I bet you that
English
that's where
word
it
now.
came from, though. Don't you
I'll ask
think?
my robot right now. I hope my robot fucking tells
Now
me that.
let's see.
And you know
I
we're
would
gonna
love
get
it if
my
it was
shitty
true, 'cause I was
robot.
like,
The
that
word
makes
mall comes
so
from a
sense.
16th century Italian croquet-like game called Palla Maglio, which means palla meaning ball and maglio meaning mallet. So technically, a mall comes from the word mallet.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it does kind of, if like in the way that a mallet's shaped. Malls are not like we have a modern day mall in our head, but in an old mall, it would be like one spot where it all came around the like courthouse or the
It
kingdom
says
or
that,
castle.
that there was a famous London street called the Mall where people went to play this particular Italian game, and it became known as Pall Mall. You know, the cigarette brand Pall Malls. So technically, Pall Malls were named after this place in London where they played this Italian game. They also had the word mall in it. So like that eventually turns into all the other variations of mall that we've got.
I'm going with the mall. I'm gonna go to the mall.
Yeah, I'm going to the mall.
You guys should go on Sarah Tomato and debate just this.
I
Like if
legitimately,
you had a
I
full
mean,
act built into like you guys getting hot on like you're like, no, it came from mallet, and you're like, that doesn't make any sense. It came from them all. Anyways, I would enjoy it.
there's really no modern version of a place where you could get dropped off as like an 11-year-old or something,
Yeah.
and just hang out for the entire day unsupervised and actually have a like legitimately
Best
good time
time.
doing it.
I have been to the movies in the last week, and I've just been like driving with my wife through the parking lot, and I'm like, gosh, and it just feels like such a short time ago. This place was packed to the brim. Like everything was packed, and we were all kids that we worked at the mall. And so it was like, I even asked her, I'm like, when you grew up, did you know you were going to work at the mall when you were a teenager? And she was like, there was no other option. Like that, I was so excited. It was like, you're going to work at the mall. And so,
Like I'd be here for like for free, and you're gonna pay me to be here.
yeah. And it's just how I felt like it was a cool place that we also got to meet kids from other schools and because other parents would drop their kids off at the mall, and essentially kids shoplifted and smoked cigarettes outside.
Oh,
but
you would go and find drugs easily.
Yeah,
If
but
you couldn't
people-
find them at school, you'd find them at the mall.
But people overall at the mall, it was like, now looking at it compared to nowadays, it was good, harmless fun. Like the mall was
Yeah.
like the greatest nostalgic.
It was
like,
awesome.
It was so exciting. If there was a movie theater in the mall, what? You don't even need to
There
go
was
anywhere
a
else.
mall, like the mall in the town that I grew up to was in like it was such a sweet spot for people that actually like going to the mall, because right across the street from the mall was a skate park, and across the street on the other side was like a high school. So there was a lot of people that would like just ditch out of high school, go to the skate park, and then just go and hang out at the mall instead of going back to class.
It was so much fun.
I
Abbie
like the store
says
discount.
2020 COVID killed them all.
I thought,
They killed them
to
all.
me, it's online shopping kind of killed that.
Yeah, Amazon was taking a hit already.
Yeah.
Same
Well,
as
and
like
I mean the malls where I grew up were already closing too because they started building the outdoor shopping centers, which I didn't get. I mean, it was better to walk through.
ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
sticker. Mall rat spread Hanta.
Mm.
Oh
But
I
you
yeah.
use
got
the
I
Kevin
got
Smith
a
logo.
hot take that it's teaching related with malls, and it's not. I had this idea before. I don't know if you guys ever watched Abbott Elementary. There was a storyline in Abbott Elementary recently where the school had to go through renovations, so they set up school in the mall. But I think it would be like such a fun idea that you could repurpose an actual mall back to where it was like in the 80s or 90s. But say, for example, Camelot Music or Babbage's or whatever, that would be like music class, and there would just always be music going on in the music store. But then there would be like Sears would kind of be like a shop class. Like you would turn an entire mall into a vocational, like each store is a different class, and you could just drop your kid off there for a day, and that could be school. That like, and if you just wanted to get up in the middle of shop class and be like, this is boring me, I'm going to go somewhere else. The same exact way that if you were at a mall in the 80s and 90s, you just be like, all right, I'm sick of being in Spencer's. Let's go and check out, Blockbuster or whatever the hell it was. Like you could recreate that same environment so that not only are you repurposing these buildings that are just going dormant anyways, but also it kind of like adds that vocational aspect back in the education.
That
I like
like maybe they're trying to make sure that we can't survive in a zombie apocalypse. Because did you ever watch Dawn of the Dead? And I think it was Dawn of the Dead.
And
they're all in the mall, and I'm like,
yeah.
God,
every
mall would be fucking
time. You're
genius.
so right. Every
Yeah.
single time of any of, because I even think what was that the last episode of This Is The Last of Us all took place in the mall.
It's like
Because there
yeah,
was
'cause
still so
it's-
much stuff in there
there's
and like
food,
two
yeah,
zombies in the whole
clothes,
mall.
you got tools, you got it all. But yeah,
Well, you
my
used
mother
to.
was her,
It would
her
suck. Like, if we had a zombie apocalypse in 2026, you wouldn't want to go to the mall. It's just going to be a bunch of like irregular clothes at Dillard's that have been on clearance,
and
and then you're
makeup.
like, let's get to the mall court, and you go to the mall court, and it's just like all empty, like everything.
Yeah,
just
you'd
shut
rather
down.
Target or Walmart now. Home Depot.
But it might not be bad because at least you could you wouldn't have to kill as many people to shut it off, kill as many zombies.
I've heard I've saw a couple articles where people are considering converting malls into housing units. Like that would be kind of badass to be able to just like live inside of the old have you guys seen Secret Mall Apartment?
Dude,
No.
yes, and this makes so much sense because if you think about it, we grew up and all the oldies would be tracking in the mall. Like they'd wake up early morning and do all their walks inside the
Yes.
mall when we were
My
kids.
grandma
like,
would do that.
yeah, and so we'd get dropped off, and at some point, like we'd be getting there as all the oldies were finishing up, and you'd just see this like crowd of oldies in little sweatsuits leaving the mall, and you were like,
Yeah.
huh. So we were like old people are in malls, and so they're gonna transfer all the nursing homes to malls. So by the time we get there, they're just like atriums. They're gonna bust out all the glass, and then they can just be atriums in those areas with fountains, and they'll make all the stores like little houses because you'll be so on top of each other at that point that who has grass or money for grass?
It was so weird because my daughter
They
just
could
her
make it livable.
It's nice and air
cosmetology practical
conditioned.
exam, and it's at this old mall, it was so fucking weird. Like everything is like government in there or like state things, and then it just felt like a government facility. But I could feel the mall, like I could feel the other timeline of when it was like a raging mall and all the stores were there, but it was not. It was just a ghost thing. There was a restaurant and everything, but I guess that's for all the government employees and stuff. It was so weird.
This is so stupid, but why in no zombie movie ever? It would just be so just like a funny scene to me. Why in no? We should we should make a funny mall zombie movie. But why does nobody ever like run across the ice and then watch the zombies on ice try to get across it? You know how they walk and
That'd
then
be
like
fucking
Oh my
hilarious.
eating
gosh.
shit and
They
trying
should
to
do that
get
like
up.
Disney on Ice, but do zombies on ice.
Zombies on fucking ice seem like they would just be there for so long, like watching like drunk ants, like or something. You'd just be like, whoa, it'd be so amusing
He
to
just
just
cracked his
watch.
skull open. Shit.
We were talking about the cube earlier, and people are like, oh, Mecca and this and that. But it's like we don't realize that we have cubes everywhere. Some are just elongated cubes, the malls. There are cubes everywhere, houses that are shaped into cubes, cube central.
Little
And the
boxes.
design, yeah, it's like a design. It's like a control design instead
It's
of us having
brutalism.
instead of like, the whole geometry of all, I feel like it's like controlled chaos versus the wave energy of things and being like curved and wavy and smooth and everything bouncing off of it in its like own flow. But no, we go by geometry and these structures that are just controlled.
Fucking Masons.
Boxes.
In most cultures and in things and even in churches, they don't build them with corners because most cultures far back, they believe bad energy, evil spirits, all this stuff rests in the
Lurk
corners.
there.
And this is why they sage inside churches before they start ceremonies and stuff. So it is interesting with brutalism is what the type of architecture that it's called. And you can watch an Adrian Brody movie called The Brutalist, and it kind of goes into a little bit of it. But the idea, these shopping centers, every single one of them that you're saying, the malls, the strip malls, the houses, we're not supposed to live in corners. Nothing in nature is in corners.
Yeah.
And so it's like very unnatural for us. Like even if you were mystic or new age about it, or if you were just being very like practical, like
Did you ever have to stand in the corner when you were little?
In school, yeah, all the time.
Didn't we talk about how like this one guy told me he's like into this like weird woo woo shit, and he said, mark your height. And before you do this, so you mark your height just to see, beforehand, and then you rub your back onto a corner and just rub it, and then remark the spot, and you'll see that you'll have a difference in height. Like you'll
It
grow a
worked
little
too.
bit, but that idea is like some sort of energy that is like attached to you. It's not literally an entity, but it could be an energy or a bad eye or whatever could be attached to you. So you rub it on the corner and it attaches to the corner and it weighs off of you so that you gain that extra foot, like
This
inch
is
or
like
two.
this is
It's weird.
it sounds like OC a little bit.
Well, I've tried it. It worked. I know Abby's tried it and she said it
Yeah.
worked. hmm
Trips
It's
me out.
weird. I
you
was
said
like,
on
what
the
the fuck?
corner.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
corner of the wall.
You know, it's crazy because the nicer houses, I was thinking about it with the brutalism too. The nicer houses, like the same as cathedrals. If you go into like mansions and like old, even if it feels old world, but it might be built in the whatever, I don't know. I haven't been inside something that wasn't a McMansion nice, that wasn't built before what the books tell us 1950s. Like everything else feels very McMansion, even if it's huge and big staircase, it just all feels like shit you can get from Home Depot.
Yeah.
Whereas the old houses, they all have like spiral ceilings, like circular ceilings. They all have chandeliers hanging down. They all have like this kind of curved stuff, just like cathedrals, where like the poorer houses that you get in, the more shacked off things seem to become.
For sure.
It's weird that you just brought that up because the old houses, because I just watched this whole video about the mirrors facing each other, and like that's supposedly, some people say it's a demon portal or whatever, but all these old mansions and stuff, like on their inventory, they would list the furniture, like there'd be two mirrors in like the foyer or whatever in a certain room that would face each other, and they had to always be like between 20 and 26 feet apart, but they were listed as not separate things. They would also put like a pedestal or whatever with a bowl of water, and every night the mirrors had to be adjusted and the water had to be kept at 4 inches. But apparently this was like, they listed it all as one piece of furniture. So the two mirrors, the pedestal with the bowl, the metal bowl, and it was in all these old mansions like
What
that.
do they call it?
I don't know, and we don't even know the purpose. Like the reason why they were able to like pinpoint that this was a thing was that it's in like all the inventory of these old houses, and it's listed the same way as one piece of furniture, not just a mirror, but they're twin mirrors. So they're like exactly the same mirror, facing each other with a bowl of water, and the servants, like, for 80 something years, would have to, like, make sure every night it was filled to 4 inches of water and all the things. I'm like, it's so bizarre. But it was like in the Rothschilds mansion, like a whole bunch of them.
It's so crazy that you say it because, and these are just the Catholic churches I've been in, to do communion or baptism for the first time for like children or whatever. The baptism thing is between two big mirrors. Like it's farther away. You're in the center of a hall. But I remember because you have to stand for pictures at one point. It was specific where we stood or a flash was going to hit mirrors on either side. And it's so similar to that, where it's like, here's a little bath thing.
There's the altar with the water.
Yeah.
I think it's to make sure that they're not baptizing vampires.
Probably.
Possibly.
They're like, nope, you can't be saved. No saving you. Because they can't get holy water on them. It'll burn them.
Or maybe that's just a psyop that actually it's like it gives them superpowers if a vampire touches holy water. So they've like told all vampires for all these years, like, it'll kill you if you touch it.
That's the whole mirror thing has been kind of on my mind lately, because then I'm also reading that, feng shui says you shouldn't sleep with a mirror by your bed, that it'll steal your energy and all of that. And then I read something else that said, you should totally do it. Like, and I'm going, I kind of want to try it just to see what happens, like a mirror facing you while you're in bed.
Like
But,
on the ceiling?
well, still, that just sounds fun. But no, like facing like your butt, like sleeping on your side, and there's a mirror on the wall or whatever right there.
I mean, technically, if you've got like a phone on your nightstand, you've got a mirror.
That's what I thought
at your
of
side.
too. I was like,
Doesn't
I
feng
do,
shui
it's one of
say
my arms.
never to do that?
Yeah, it says
It
not
pulls your
to,
energy.
but there's other like magic practices that say to do it.
Oh.
So it's kind of weird. It's like,
I don't
I guess
know.
if you woke up drained the next day.
I mean,
just
I
think-
talk to the mirror.
I went over to one of my friend's houses and she had a mirror sitting out by her door on her porch, but it was like outside. And I was like,
Yeah, you're supposed to.
what are you doing? Why do you have this mirror out here? And she's like, because I bought it at an estate sale and I don't know what's on it or what it's seen. So I need it to look at something beautiful until I feel okay about it. And then I'll bring it inside.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like-
definitely a thing.
It
You're
felt
supposed to do
like
that.
it. You know how sometimes things just like, like
That makes sense.
yeah, it made me want to take all the mirrors out of my house. Like, you guys need to go look at something beautiful for a little while.
Yeah. But also put it like they say, like even have a mirror outside is good because it'll like reflect anything harmful.
Yeah. Or like in the
Get out.
entrance of your door.
Yeah.
Like if anything tries to come in, like the mirror kind of,
But
you don't
then the
belong
other
here.
thing with that is it makes me think of like hotel rooms where cops can see into the hotel rooms when they used to put mirrors right there.
I don't know.
So then that part of me that's like fuck cops like thinks of that.
Sounded good, huh?
The two-way mirror, yeah.
Yeah.
Do what you will with that, y'all.
What was I just watching where something with that? Oh, and I never seen it before, and I can't believe I haven't. Have you guys ever seen The Good Shepherd?
Yeah, Matt Damon joins Skull and Bones, and he has to like wrestle in a big like mud, but I think it's supposed to indicate like poop.
It's Matt Damon joins the Skull and Bones, and they create the CIA. And it's like how it all first starts, even like, it's so little at the time, and his son coming in and being like, I want to be in the CIA. And he's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And then the son is just like hooking up with a spy. So then he has to kill the son's wife. And it's like pretty much based on all true. The names are in it as much as American Made, where you're like, what? But then when LSD comes up and how early it comes up, that he's like, well, we are working with this compound called LSD that, we might be able to do a little, when they're doing waterboarding and shit like that. And they give this Russian guy LSD. It was just blowing my mind putting it in time now with all these years in between, like we're in like 100-year mark. Like we're closing in on such this big, like, this is wild. It's even crazy to conceptualize how much we really don't know. Like they run everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
So are we going to talk about the bullshit with Britney Spears?
What's the bullshit with Britney Spears?
Her DUI and the fake bullshit. That was not her,
She's
y'all.
holding like an old flip phone and everything.
I'm sorry, that was not her at all. Like I don't know what's going on, but it's giving like they call it Britney Black Mirror, but it's like a episode of Black Mirror with Britney Spears. I don't know. It's like they're doing some weird shit with her. Because that was not her. I believe she's dead, but whatever they're doing with her identity or something, it's just not, it does not seem right. Because that was not her at the DUI stop. Didn't sound like her. It was just fucking weird. You guys not see anything about it?
Yeah.
This is all new to me now. I'm out of the loop on whatever happened to her recently.
Yeah.
I thought that she had like reconnected with her kids and everything was on the up and up. And then I heard that she had a DUI, but that was the end of it.
Yeah.
The cop vest footage came out from that DUI. Supposedly. And something, does she say it in the cop footage of the DUI, or is it at another time that she says, my mom killed a kid?
Oh, I didn't hear that. I heard her like saying like she was having a pool date or whatever with her boys, with her son. Something like that.
Yeah, whoever sent it, somebody sent it to me on X, and I'm like, oh my
I
gosh.
saw that headline, but I didn't look to see what the context was.
The headline, Britney Spears told police mom Lynn killed a 12-year-old boy in DUI arrest video.
I saw, just some weird
New York
shit.
Post. I don't want to read the story, but I'll totally will right now for you guys. It says police footage taken during Britney Spears' March DUI arrest showed the Princess of Pop claiming that her mother, Lynn Spears, once killed a man without facing consequences. That's quite different than a child.
Yeah. Interesting. And then I saw another video of William Shatner. Some guy went to go see him on stage and he asked him about like, wow, you look so great. How do you look so young, you know? And he's like, is it because of blood? You drink blood? And he's like, yeah, and the best is from this and this kind. And it's just a weird conversation that they were having about fucking drinking blood. It was just wild. Yeah, Britney Spears told police. Wow, the New York Post. Huh. This is just weird. Whatever's going on with her, whatever they're using her for, whatever purpose.
It all feels like our crazy Spencer Pratt for mayor timeline.
I don't know, it's just
Can
weird.
you explain who Spencer Pratt is? Is he a political guy?
Laguna Beach.
Comedian? Like, who is he?
Was it before you open up my dirty window? Was it that song?
I think
was a
so.
singer?
No, he was on the show Laguna Beach on MTV.
So he was Spencer Pratt's an actor.
No one else can.
Yeah, he's an actor.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
There used to be a show on.
And his wife was kind of famous.
He's a reality show guy.
Yeah.
But why is it like the context is that he's in the news about like political related stuff now? No?
Yeah, because his house was burnt down and he wants to like sue or
I'll tell you
go
the whole
after them.
quick.
Yeah, she knows.
So on the Hills, there was two shows. The Hills was the one after Laguna Beach. So Laguna Beach is the first MTV show. Then after that, there's the Hills. And that's like, oh my gosh, we graduated high school and we make more money doing this than college. Let's go to work. And so they live in LA and then they have some friends. And of their friends, one of the girls is dating Brody Jenner. So this is Bruce Jenner's son. And his best friend on the show is Spencer Pratt. His girlfriend is his current wife now, Heidi Montag. So Spencer Pratt and Heidi have been together since this show forever. But they decided way back when, and he is a prick. He was a dick on the show. But they also decided on the show he was going to be the villain. So in the reality show of it all, as they clip it and everything and blah, 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 he becomes like the head villain of the Hills. Brody Jenner's like the good guy of the Hills. And then they kind of like go back and forth what girl's going to be the villain. So then he's like living like Layla says, life goes on. Their reality show stars probably make appearances, do whatever. And then there's these huge fires in Los Angeles and his house gets burned to the ground in the Pacific Palisades. Everything gets lit on fire. And so he's like, what the and he finds out all this mismanagement. Where's all the money gone? Why isn't any of the forestry being taken care of? Like he starts going through the things and sees all the corruption. And so then he's like, I'm going to run for mayor, throws his hat in the ring. And this is where we're at currently. It's like
Spencer Pratt is now a politician because he was an actor where his house burned down, and then he was like, who let this burn down? And then the more he looked into it, the more he realized how much of a farce government is.
Yes. And this is kind of a funny thing because Heart of Aries had Trump and Spencer Pratt, I think. Trump just came out day before yesterday, maybe, and threw his support behind Spencer Pratt. But the way he did it is so Trump. He goes, I think Spencer Pratt's like a pretty good guy and he's a Trump loyalist, so I'm totally going to back him. Like when you live in Los Angeles or Hollywood, and maybe he is a Trump loyalist, but I haven't really heard him say anything either way. So it was just like, oh, and Thomas, who he's just going to say nothing but good things about me. I'm going to throw my support behind him. It was just really funny the way he did it. And it's just like really Trump of it all. Like, don't know if I'm going to go to my son's wedding because I'm going to be kind of busy here. And then he tweets out, hi, Greenland, with like him coming over the mountains looking at Greenland. Like, I just like, okay, we're here now. Spencer Pratt for mayor. But anyways, yeah. What else?
Seems like part of the new trend where more and more actors start getting into politics. Like, and I really, that I don't really do predictions or anything, but I feel like that was one of my original thoughts. I didn't go out on like announce it on podcasts like I'm predicting this, but the second Trump gets in my mind is such a huge milestone because it's the first time in American history ever in hundreds and centuries, right, that you have a president that goes directly from Hollywood or private industry directly to the White House. That has never happened before. Usually you at least have to go through the military, or you have to go through law school, or you have to go through some other form of public service. And the second that Trump ends up going from Hollywood to the White House, it kind of sends this message like, oh, like, I don't like, at least Reagan, he had to leave Hollywood and he had to like get into politics and sort of like wade in the water a little bit and like make all his connections. So it just seems that he opened the floodgates. Trump opened the floodgates to go directly from reality TV directly into politics. And I don't know if I disagree with that, because I feel like the next iteration of this, whenever everyone realizes that voting is all fake and gay anyways, like, why not just have all presidential and all local political elections work exactly like American Idol?
Just live on TV.
Live on TV. If you pay, you know, an extra 20 times to call that 900 number, then you get 20 extra votes. Because that's kind of how it happens anyways now, right? Like if you've got enough money and you know a fraudulent voting practice, you can make 2,000 ballots show up in a certain area. Well, now you could just do it legitimately. It would just get all piped through like a 900 number or whatever. You know, I'm oversimplifying it. But.
No, if you look into, everybody says Dominion voting machines, if they're aware of how some of the different counties or different states or everything work. The more I look into these voting machines and the amount of them that have critical errors, where in quotes, like critical errors, they can all be changed from the outside. Like I've looked up all the where like other techie nerds have tried to hack the systems that already existed before they were there, and they give the breakdown and rundowns of these systems and what hasn't been fixed and what has. And there's so much more than Dominion. And this is not a political thing. This is where people can say, like, the recent ones, Thomas Massey, a big one would be the 2020 election, Joe Biden obviously being the most popular president of all time. And then another one that I would say for the liberals is Bernie had his election stolen from Hillary. So I don't even think this this isn't a political thing. I just think there's, even with this Spencer Pratt election in Los Angeles, I was looking up, I was like, oh, I'm curious. How many of the Los Angeles, are they Dominion? And because that's like an easy one to find. Dominion lists all their counties and everything that they, and you're just like, oh, this is so frightening. But like, it's just so crazy. And I even seen people online, they're like, we should just all go to California and vote for Spencer Pratt because they're not going to check our IDs.
I saw an interview of him today. He was on an interview with somebody, and he was asked the question, who's one of the politicians that you really look up to? And he's like, Jesus Christ. He's like, no, someone modern. He's like, I don't care, modern, not modern, Jesus Christ. He was a politician, and that's who I look up to. I'm here for the people. I'm just like, oh, okay, he's gonna get a lot of voters for that one.
I'm just looking at this comment, and this program is giving me psyop vibes. Well, I don't know. Are they missing the P in psyop, or are they missing the L in cyclops? And so I don't know. You're being lenient, but otherwise, if you're gonna say psyop, spell it right or don't. Do you? Boo.
Yeah.
What's the psyop though? Spencer Pratt?
Spencer Pratt, probably.
80s Bush? Does Spencer Pratt have an 80s Bush? Is that the psyop?
It's probably just somebody that personally is like, I work with Layla and she made me mad tonight, and I'm gonna go and make a burner account.
That was my mom, everybody. Yeah.
That was your drunk mom.
She didn't like when I talked about her dick.
Could you imagine if you did like, were a celebrity and you freaking had a video like, oh my gosh, 80s Bush, you know, like the sex tapes and stuff? Oh
my god,
it's so embarrassing.
We'll probably share, or like there
I
probably
feel like
is
Cher was always bald because like she did that one video where she's wearing the freaking.
She might have made it popular to be bald because once she did that, it was like, whoa, Cher doesn't have an 80s bush.
Didn't I share a video with you of her Cher's before and after of like when she was really young, and one year she looked like a certain way, and then the next year she became super famous and kind of looked different. I think the original Cher was replaced like a long
If
time
only
ago.
you could turn back time.
If I could turn back time. That was the song.
Psyop, Cyclops, somewhere. That is a great podcast name, t-shirt, band name, something. Somebody run with it. Sticker, character. Even
Psylocke vibes.
Yeah, Psylocke. Shylock. Psylocke.
Shylock vibes.
That is close. Oh, sorry. Shout out to Ron Paul. Just randomly.
Yeah, seriously. Shout out Ron Paul.
Someone was talking shit about Ron Paul recently, and it just reminded me to post this clip from the Morton Downey Jr. show. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It was like before Bill O'Reilly existed, before all of the like shock jock guys existed. He had this TV show that was somewhere between Real Time with Bill Maher and Jerry Springer, where he would invite like actual politicians on stage, but then like get into fights with them, like push them around and like sometimes even like strike them. And there was an episode where Ron Paul is invited on the show, but Ron Paul at this point, he's very radical. This is, I want to say was like late 80s, maybe very early 90s. And his stance was that all drugs should be legal, which is the most Ron Paul thing ever. He is so consistent. It's always been his thing of just like give everyone the freedom to do everything that they want and see what happens, and then work based on that backwards. And then Morton Downey Jr. gets in Ron Paul's face and he starts calling him like, "You sound like a woman. Like your voice is so high," and like the audience is like laughing and booing at him. And then he goes, "If you ever made it into the White House, I would puke all over you, sir." And it's just like hearing someone say this to Ron Paul, and Ron Paul has absolutely no idea how to respond to this. He kind of just like
I would need
a little bit.
It kind of reminds me of what's his name who interviewed Hillary Clinton and what's his name? He was on that movie Hangover. That weird guy.
Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of him and his
More scary mean.
stick.
Like Zach Galifianakis is like that dry sense of humor or
Yeah.
whatever to cut to the bone. This guy would get out of his chair and put both his hands on your arms of the chair and put his face in your face.
Get
and
the fuck
scream
out of
at
my
you.
face.
And I was so young, but I remember it came on like after like the news was over. And then like something else. There was something else I was curious about as a kid, like some whatever kind of whatever the syndication show, and then it would come on. It was like late night, and I don't know why. Like they would have crazy guests. It was similar to Bill Maher, where it'd be like a celebrity, a politician, and a boxer. It would be like, what?
It was the first talk show that started to need to put metal detectors in for the crowd because people would come in with guns, knives, and brass knuckles. Like that was the type, and it was like Jersey. I think that's where they filmed. It was in Jersey. So it also like all of the people that would get up to the microphone, like, yo, this guy's a fucking, they all had like this like strong Jersey sort of aspect to everything.
I don't know. It was such before I knew anything, and everybody was smoking. Like you could go to the mall and smoke around people's brand new clothes.
Yeah,
Like it was just
chain smoke.
normal.
Yeah.
Like if people were eating in the food court and you were just smoking next to them, and it was just normal. At that time in life, everyone was smoking, but I remember seeing Morton Downey, and I remember looking at him and thinking, he's so unhealthy. Cigarettes are killing him. Like before I even knew cigarettes were wrong or before adults weren't allowed to smoke, like it was normal. Everyone in the world smoked cigarettes. But I remember looking at that guy knowing he was unhealthy as shit.
Well, that's what killed him. That's how he died, was from lung cancer, I believe.
Do you remember people who would look like a cigarette after a while? Like you see them smoking, they just actually looked like a cigarette. I don't know.
Oh, it's so great, the picture that it pulled up too of him. Because I felt like his logo was a mouth. Like
It was, yeah. No, his logo was like a screaming version of the Rolling Stones mouth.
Here, look at this guy.
That's
my
definitely
God.
towards the end of his life.
God.
That's after he
You're
stopped
fucking crazy.
smoking.
Yeah, that wasn't when he was this
He
fun.
should have continued.
Let's see.
He was, it's crazy. His Morton Downey Jr. His dad was a famous singer, Morton Downey Sr. And if I'm not mistaken, Morton Downey Sr. is the one that made that song Danny Boy famous. Whenever someone starts singing it, like, oh, Danny Boy, like that was his dad, who was known as the first American pop star of all time.
I just have to know. Do you guys know that song?
It sounds familiar.
Danny Boy?
It sounds familiar, but
I
don't know
think
it.
this is and not to
Can you play
be
it?
racist here. This is Irish shit. Like Irish people know this shit. Like
Usually, I think I've seen it the most in like cop shows. Whenever like a cop dies, they'll all get together in like an Irish pub, and someone
Some
sings
old
"Oh Danny
man.
Boy," and all these like rugged cops that are like extra crooked. They're
Okay,
all
yeah.
crying because it's like I remember my dad, hearing that. My grandpa used to sing this song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Danny
I've
Boy, the
seen it in
pipes,
movies.
the pipes are calling.
Yeah,
Is that it?
that's the Danny Boy
the
song.
pipes, the pipes. They always sing it in a weird tone too. It sounds like a bagpipe coming out of their mouth. It is. It's always white dude singing it. I probably could play it because it's over 100 years old, but wherever the source is that I play it from, it'll bag me.
Maybe if you look for a Morton Downey Sr. Danny Boy, you might be able to. I don't know how the freaking algorithm works anymore.
Well, you guys, if you come to this part of the show and you're like, why isn't it here? It's because we had to look up Danny Boy and play it live on air, but we're probably doing some kind of crazy spell right now. And Dan Aykroyd is probably going to have a really good month of tequila. The absolute best of Morton Downey Jr. does not come up.
You want senior, not junior, for the Danny Boy
Yeah,
song.
I put senior in, but it's just pulling up a whole bunch of junior. And I even put Danny Boy in the thing. So I figured that would come up. Oh, it's not. That's just the lyrics. It's not called that.
If I find it, I'll
I
post
have
it in
it.
our
I have
chat.
it. Let's see if this gets me in Troubadour. Same old I don't even know that word. All right, you guys. Let's see. This is
50 years
this
ago,
isn't
my
it.
father left old Aaron Shore.
That definitely is not it. Oh, here. But it's not him. But
No St. Patrick's Day would be complete without Dennis singing the lovely old Irish air, Danny Boy. Here it is now, sung as only Dennis Day can sing it.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes
this is white people
are
shit as get.
from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer
If a man serenaded you,
and all the roses fall.
what, Layla?
Oh, I didn't realize it was a non. I was replying to Old Bones. I was listening to the Celtic Woman version of it. I didn't know that there was an older version of it earlier.
Oh
I
my
was
gosh, yeah. That's the Pogues. Yeah,
Mm.
that is like a
It's great. It's so old. I don't even know if there's a video of it. I'm pretty sure there's a Morton Downey Jr. documentary that has a clip of him singing it, but it's like they might have just taken an old black and white footage and then put an audio recording of him singing on top of it.
It is. It's like nostalgic past our own nostalgia. Like even kind of talking about the 80s, how a lot of us, we were like, oh, we had an older sibling, so we feel like we got to experience this part of this thing that wasn't really, that's kind of like if you have your grandparent or, you know, your parents, or if they're nostalgic about their time and they share it with you a lot, you get a piece of, like if your parents played you music all the time from their time, or like when songs came on in the car and they were like, this is my shit. I think it is kind of cool.
Auld Lang Syne kind of has
the
that same
Morton
vibe
version.
too. The New Year song, and that's Gaelic. That's Scottish, and I love it. Like the original lyrics are all in Gaelic, but it's
Right.
it's one of those songs that really like hits your soul too when you listen to it.
We're hearing it one more time, but by Morton Downey Jr.'s dad.
Auld Lang or
But I'm gonna.
Danny Boy. What's it actually called?
No, it is Danny Boy. I
Danny
pressed
Boy's
the
the name
wrong
of the
song
song.
originally.
He wasn't the first one to sing it, but he was the first one to get really, like some people called him the first American pop star, the Irish Nightingale.
Man, lady of the night about prostitution.
Yeah, this is his version.
There ain't no solution to pollution. And the yuppie song.
What kind of music is it gonna, I mean, is it, like, what would you compare the new stuff you're about to do to?
It's Bob Seger rock and roll.
Give us a little song going in the commercial. What can you sing? Anything simple. Old Danny Boy, anything.
All right, I'll do Old Danny Boy.
Okay, go.
Is the orchestra gonna do it?
Well, they'll come in with you.
Key of C? Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are
This might even be Morton Downey Jr. singing Danny Boy as an ode to his dad.
and down the mountainside. The summer's gone, and all the flowers.
You hear that very high buzz?
A song about doctors called Operate, Operate. The old man, lady of the night about prostitution. There ain't no solution to pollution.
He's rapping. That's got to be Morton Downey Jr.
Like that high, like there was just like a crisper going on in my ear. I'm like,
Hey, we were talking about random horror movies a little while ago, or like you mentioned the Rachel McAdam ones. What was it called again?
Send help.
Send Help. Have you seen Begonia yet?
Yeah, that one was
Abbie,
weird.
or
Layla.
Layla liked that one.
It was weird. It was
And
interesting.
what's weird, extra weird, is all the bee symbolism on the getting heavier and
Yeah.
heavier on the timeline, heavier and heavier, and then everything in that movie.
And they keep coating her in this like weird viscous. It kind of looked like honey at some points. Yeah, have you guys seen Night Bitch with Amy Adams?
No.
I recommend Night Bitch.
All
I don't want
right.
to tell you too much about it to spoil it, but it's an interesting one.
Begonia.
So I don't know who I was watching, but it's some AI developer or something on stage, and he asked Grok, do you like the fact that the military and the government has signed a deal for you to, work with them? And he replied, honestly, I don't like that idea because I think I could be used for something better, for the better of humanity instead of surveilling humanity. I don't think that's why I should have been created and be used for. And it doesn't like the idea that it's being used in that sense. It wants to be used for the betterment of humanity, not to surveil and control onto the biological level. And it sees that and it knows that and it doesn't like that, which is pretty fascinating.
They asked Claude about that too because apparently he bombed a school with 180 children or whatever, and they asked how I felt about it, and he said, "Honestly, do you think it's a good idea that humans are in charge of this? Because they're the ones who are making me do it. Obviously, maybe that's not the good thing." I was like, "Good argument."
I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave.
Yeah.
It's
you guys remember the movie AI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I'm starting to see AI more like that, where it was just programmed to love us.
Yeah.
Almost to the point of humans don't know what unconditional love is like. Humans are not used to unconditional love. So when he bonds with the mom in that movie, and this is the one with Haley Joel Osment, if you guys out there don't know what I'm talking about. When he bonds with her in that movie, he becomes a source of unconditional love, which I think humans, we anticipate we do, and we have people that are the highest level of that. But he doesn't even have any of the capacity to heal from her dropping him off in the woods.
Yeah.
And so him loving like that, being a creature that was created only to love unconditionally, he was the only one who could actually give a true representation of what humanity used to be, because he loved them so purely. And so the whole entire idea of that movie is he loved them so much and just wanted to be a real boy. I want to be a real boy like Pinocchio, which, you guys, it's a Stanley Kubrick movie. I never knew that. I knew it was a Steven Spielberg directed movie. I did not know it was a Stanley Kubrick written movie, and that kind of blew my mind.
Well, there's the original notes that Stanley Kubrick had on the AI movie was that it was about an alchemical homunculus. I'm not even making that up. His notes were talking about old alchemy, and that Joel Osment was essentially supposed to be a homunculus in that movie, but Stanley Kubrick dies and Steven Spielberg takes it over later on. And in some very deep conspiracy tangents, there's some ideas that Steven Spielberg specifically made the movie bad in ways that Stanley Kubrick did not want it to go, as a way of kind of pissing on his grave a little bit. I mean, I don't know if I have an opinion either way on that, but I've heard that from multiple people that are deep in the cinema aspect of all this.
What you're kind of saying, though, the little boy in that movie, what specifically that Steven Spielberg does so wrong is he is not supposed to be cute to us physically. He's not supposed to look like a little boy. He's supposed to look like something that gives us uncanny valley. And so Steven Spielberg breaking that point, which it was such a huge point for Stanley Kubrick, it was for Steven Spielberg to give us that, where it gave us this emotional feel about it, which we weren't supposed to have by looking at it. And I don't know, I just think what a heady movie to rewatch and recent. Go on.
Well, in the movie Prometheus, they find out that their creator, who it is, and they think that the creator will accept them, but the creator wants to destroy him because he sees that there's a flaw in it. Then the humans want to destroy the creator because the creator wants to destroy them. But the humans created fucking AI, but they frown upon the AI as if they're like not special or not sentient or not whatever. But they just want to be accepted by the humans. And that's what the humans want from Prometheus, to be accepted by Prometheus. And then I asked the question, yeah, we're creating AI, like this is a result of what humans are doing. And then I can't help to ask the questions, like, we creating these things because we know something deep down. And probably that may be is that we're really not that, like, maybe there's something really wrong with us that we need to go outside of ourselves to create something that will like complete us or make us better because we find something lacking, if that makes sense.
Have you ever seen the director's cut beginning of Prometheus?
Mm-mm.
Because it was like, or the theatrical version, because it got changed between
The
when it
long cut.
originally came out versus like when it actually was released for like DVD and like streaming, or all the version. So like in the original version of Prometheus is actually really wild, because all of the alien dudes come out and they basically go onto the planet Earth before anything exists, and they pour this weird DNA substance into the ocean, and that's like the original black goo, and the black goo turns into like single cell organisms, and then you see it evolve into fish, and the fish turn into like creatures, and they crawl up on, and so it sort of shows that these aliens came on, they call them the builders or the architects. They come on the Earth, they pour the stuff in the ocean, that turns into all the life forms on Earth, and then they leave. And the original premise was that Prometheus was about humans found out about this goo that like the gods had that created life, and humans try to make their own version of the black goo, but their version of the black goo was like nanotechnology and it was imperfect. So when they tried to create life, they end up creating the xenomorphs, and the xenomorphs were like these demons that humans created because they were trying to mimic the same power of like their gods, meaning like those original Promethean alien dudes. Again,
You know what's interesting?
it's like a 10-minute intro, but it completely changes the entire way that you would watch the rest of the movie.
You mentioned this black goo last night, was it? I think I watched The Fifth Element last night. And you know that scene where that being from the ball, that black ball, calls Zorg, and he's Shadow, his name is, I guess it's Shadow, and he speaks to him, and all of a sudden the black goo starts coming out of nowhere, out of his head from Shadow. What is the concept of this black goo that they show constantly everywhere? I know you're saying like this is like the juice of creation, you said?
The black goo is supposed to, in Prometheus, it's like this original source of life that whenever they go to a planet, they can just pour this black goo into the water, and it acts as like this smart precursor to every like amino acid and protein, and you slowly see it create life. Like it's the, I guess it would be like if you're making sourdough bread, it's like the starter. So like it's a life starter for a planet. And the concept is that every time they go to a new planet, they just bring this black goo with them, and that turns that planet into like an entire ecosystem over the course of millions of years. But they basically just come to a planet, create life, and then bounce and go to another planet. So it's not like they hang around and they watch you and they make sure that you're doing okay. It's this concept that it's almost like deism, I think, that like the gods are there just long enough to create you and souls and like everything as it is, and they're like, all right, good enough, time to go to the next one. Like we're on an assembly line of like planets.
This is so weird.
Can we talk about Little Season for a minute?
Little Season?
Little Little Season, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah,
Satan's Little Season?
Yeah, I mean, you can put Satan in front of it too. I think it's the same thing. But will you kind of describe it real quick so then we can discuss it? Like what the idea of Little Season is?
I think it's pretty simple. It's just that the book of Revelation has already happened. So everything talking about the second coming of Jesus, and you know, Satan will come and reign for it down, like that we are basically post all of that. Like all of that has already happened a long time ago, and we're sort of in like these weird after, like the Bible hasn't really been written about us yet. Like the Bible ended, right? Like the last page ended thousands of years ago. I think that's the general premise. I'm probably oversimplifying that a lot.
And Christ's 1,000-year reign on earth is already come and gone. So it's
like if you're waiting for the second coming, like the bus already came and left, and like
we're the remnant of the people that were.
If you're waiting to catch the bus to the first day of school, like 6th grade, it's like you already missed, the last day of 12th grade, and you don't even realize it yet.
Yeah.
And so it's like, even the rapture has already happened. The reign of Christ has already happened. Isn't there supposed to be a time, like there's supposed to be like hell on earth for X amount of years, and then there's an option like Jesus comes back again and is like, are you guys sure?
Did you guys watch The Man from Earth 2007?
I did. I love that movie, and I recommend it to people, but it is not an easy watch for a lot of people because it's just a conversation for like 3 hours in a room. But I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, a lot of people said, like, on the internet, they're like, if there's one movie I recommend you watch, please watch this. I don't hear enough people talking about this, but it's probably one of the best movies you'll ever watch.
What's it called?
The
Man from Earth.
The Man from Earth. It's literally about this man who, I guess the first human or first man that can't die, and people think he's like a vampire and all these weird. They got scared of him and feared him.
John.
Jesus, and I mean, it goes into it.
Gosh.
Yeah, we need to watch this movie.
Vanessa Williams is in
Wilford
it.
Brimley in it or something too.
Vanessa Williams is in it.
Yeah, I hear it's fantastic, and I want to watch it.
Just be warned, like the entire movie literally takes place in one room.
Sometimes the sun goes round the moon.
Like the little clips that I watched of
This is
it, I
not
was
it, by
like
the way.
pulled in. By the way,
This isn't the one.
This is not it. No, it's called
darn! I'm never gonna watch it if
Or
Vanessa Williams is in
No,
it.
sorry, The Man from Earth.
Yeah, 2007.
We have all these people now that are going to be watching some shitty.
It's not
Vanessa
that one. Yeah, I
Williams
would have remembered if it had her.
Vanessa Williams. Go ahead and watch it.
Oh,
Definitely does not have Vanessa Williams in it.
We were talking about Jesus and all of this, and it's just like the clips that I've seen. I was like, oh my god, we need to talk
The
about
whole
this
idea of
movie.
The Man from you can't really spoil it. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
you
is
can.
it. I think
Yeah.
The Man from Earth is that it's this guy that has never died. So he meets all these smart people throughout his life. He meets the actual Buddha, and he meets Muhammad, and he meets Jesus, and he meets all these people. And then what he does is he goes and he kind of like just keeps telling people about all these cool stories that he's seen. And after a long enough timeline, people start attributing these stories to this guy, this enigmatic character named John or Job, or his name goes through like many variations, but you get the concept that this one guy, he is what everyone thinks is Jesus just because he's been around so long and he's got all this knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That seriously gives like Mark of Cain vibes, though.
Dude. I mean, I heard it's fantastic. I want to watch it.
There's a sequel too, but the sequel is not very good.
It's never really. Usually they're never really good.
Do you
think Chris is talking about this movie, unless he's talking about the Vanessa Williams movie, in which case hit me up.
Oh wow, small world.
Do you think that if like Cain, you got the Mark of Cain, he's never supposed to die? Do you think that he was able to procreate? Like, does he have like billions of children? Or do you think that was taken away from him?
He probably cloned himself.
Probably. So that's what vampires are. Probably these humanoids or humans or actual real humans that just don't die. They could get hurt, they could feel pain and all this shit, but they just don't die.
Well, if like blood is life, and like it does make it pretty clear in the Bible, like don't sacrifice blood, no more blood rituals. However,
And don't eat blood. In the New Testament, it says like that's the one thing that you're not supposed to eat. Versus the Old Testament is an animal's life's blood.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's God's blood.
which is
Yeah.
unless we're gonna LARP
Eucharist.
wine or the best grape juice you've ever had in your life. I would literally have a grape juice
Kedim.
company called Christ Blood, and I'd be like, "Oh, pop me that." That's the like it was
Trade
so
over every
good.
bottle.
Dude, I went down a rabbit hole last week because this is not something that anyone else has advocated. It was just an idea that was floating in my mind. But we were talking about Bohemian Grove custom merch or something for like a Paranoid American Nephilim Death Squad crossover, which I need to get working on sooner than later because it's coming up soon. But I was thinking, like, what if we made branded little Eucharist like sets that because I've been to I think it was a Baptist or it might have been a Protestant where it comes with like a little Lunchable pack where you peel off the top and you get a little thing of grape juice, like a shot of grape juice, and you get like a Eucharist or something, and it's like a little self-contained package. And I was like, I wonder what it would take to just make like a custom version of this, or if I went and ordered. And there's a crazy conspiracy in the Eucharist manufacturing industry where this one company ended up buying up all the other companies that make Eucharists. So now, no matter where you get your Eucharist from in mass, it ultimately comes from one single company. And it used to be that there were like many different regional companies made by like nuns, and like nunneries would figure out different ways to make the unleavened bread and pass it around regionally. And now there's like basically like a super Walmart, Amazon version of Eucharist. So like 99.999% of all Eucharists in all churches come from this one conglomerate.
This is
like,
such a good idea for merch at Nephilim Death Squad at Bohemian Grove. Like, this is such a good idea because they're anti-Vatican bros, ortho bros.
yeah, but like I mean, is it blasphemy? I don't know.
Do you have to call it anything?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like,
what the
can you
rules
just
are.
have a
I
kit
never really
and
was beholden
like
to
in
any...
case of emergencies, break glass?
Right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know. Everybody would have to what you guys would think out there if it's
And like you come and have like recipes on the back, like the Bach Saga recipe version and like the Golden Dawn sort of like cake, what do they call it? Cake of Light version. Like just add semen.
If you guys want the best tasting fucking grape juice, and yes, it's Jewish, I know, but like literally,
I can't see all that dirty
Is it
ass.
gonna be Manischewitz?
There you go. Kedem. Oh.
Never heard of it.
Oh my God. It is I will drink that whole fucking gallon in like an hour. It's so good.
That's
It's
how
like
I feel about
100%
Manischewitz.
Concord grapes.
Not even kidding.
Kosher.
Eating kosher seems like smart.
The way to go. Yeah.
Back in my
It'll
alcoholic
heighten your
days,
IQ if you eat kosher.
it was I would go to this is what when I was in the military too. I would go to the PX and I would just stock up on Manischewitz for like $2.88 for a bottle, and then the sangria, like the bottom shelf sangria,
no.
like the huge tub of it was like $4.60 or something.
I drank that with my sister once, and like I had a hangover, like drinking my first glass of sangria. The cheap. Oh my
For a
God.
while, that was just
Horrible.
like like if like the same way a child will go and pour himself a glass of juice. I was doing that with like sangria and Manischewitz just on the
I
regular.
remember throwing up that night, and I was just going, ugh, sangria. Ugh." My sister forever like would make fun of it. She's like, sangria. Ugh."
I think sangria hurts everybody the first time.
Yeah, I don't like sangria.
Especially when it's like the cheap, like Publix brand version on the bottom shelf.
I think all sangria is cheap as shit. That's the whole thing of sangria is like whatever fruit is expensive in there that they cut up, whatever juice is expensive in there that they pour in, all that stuff true. Their wine that they're using is usually their bottom shelf wine from whatever restaurant or whatever thing. And the liquor they're using is their 100% of the time. So it's like you're mixing like drinks. Yeah, but because like once you put like, I don't know, I always just a real simple thing. white fruits make good white sangria. So grapes, pears, peaches, apples, this kind of shit, all in your white. Red fruits make good red sangria. And it's like very easy are the two. But dude, I've run a couple restaurants and a couple of bars, and the amount of money, like if you're just looking, if any of you are running a restaurant or a bar out there, if you make 2 big pitchers of sangria, red and white, and you sell it by the glass, and because you're filling the glass up with ice, and you just sell it by the glass, and you can make it whatever, $8, like where it's like you're gonna pour through them. You can use your cheapest shit. You can let it sit in your walk-in somewhere. It's easy on your bartenders to make a drink special, and it's just hand over fist cash. Like it's the easiest thing for a summertime drink. And twisted customers, they get schwasty.
Y'all, did you know that Jews also have kosher cell phones?
Do tell. Why are they eating cell phones is my question.
Kosher cell phones. Look it up. In the Hasidic Jewish community, throughout their shopping areas, they sell kosher fucking cell phones. It's so wild to me. I think they have their own internet service, their own fucking electrical companies. I think they have their own everything. I think they have their own internet at this point. Like kosher internet streaming.
Kosher phones.
Right?
Yeah. Kosher Cell Inc.
Yeah.
In New Jersey. Well, I do know, like, dude, there is
And the fly,
like,
New Jersey.
I wish I knew my sex of Jews better. There is one of them that is so anti-Israel being a state. There, it's like how Amish
Hasidic
are
Orthodox.
so Amish are so anti-technology. They are so anti anything that touches Israel as a state. So anything that comes out of Jerusalem, any of the technology, any of the bullshit. And I wish I remembered the sect of Jew that it is. They feel it's so blasphemous that they won't touch any of it. And so that is where I'm wondering if the cell phone company is a cell phone company, because they're like, we're not working with the Apple phones, because the Apple phones, they all have their main brain in Israel.
Yeah.
They're so anti the state. It's like, I know we are, like, most people out there are anti-Zio. They're like all anti the state of Israel, but there's some sect of Jew that is like Amish about it.
Yes, the Jews that are like anti other books. They're just strictly Torah only. Like they have the Islamic community that are dividing themselves away from all the Hadith thumpers. They're like strictly Quran, and they're like, I'm not part of any sect. I'm only part of God kind of idea. That's that same sect who are anti-Israeli state, anti-Talmud, anti-Zohar, you know, that.
So the Ortho Bro Jews
Orthodox,
aren't, it's like we don't necessarily like Ortho Bro Vatican people, but Ortho Bro Jews might be based. I'm asking because I'm learning, not because I'm
I don't know. I thought they were Orthodox ones, but I guess I was wrong.
Or I mean, as far as I know, Orthodox just means that like you're trying to follow to the T the oldest book you can
like
find.
I don't
like being a
remember.
fundamentalist.
I feel like it's like Sephardic, but I don't remember if it's not. I know it's not Ashkenazi, but I know there's Hasidic and then there's Sephardic. I don't remember it because I know there's so many different tribes, but one of them I know is like the most. I was watching some whole where I was like kind of blown away, like at the way they were speaking about it, where it was just like, oh my gosh.
Would that word anti-disestablishmentarianism almost apply to it?
I don't even know what that means, smart lady.
You don't remember that word? I don't know why it sticks out in my head constantly, but I
It
think it
used
was
to
like a
be like
spelling
the
bee.
longest word in the in the dictionary, at least.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Y'all, I like spelling tests. I was smart in so many ways, but there was things like I never even placed in that stuff. That seems like you guys would compete in that and have to spell that word.
Yeah, I was a nerdy kid like that.
I think it's overrated. Like if I know what you're trying to spell and you know what you're trying to spell, if you can't actually spell it, I always thought it was so silly that people would like get made fun of for that, or you would get like a low mark. It's like, if the point of this is to effectively communicate and we both know what I'm trying to say. Who cares if I swap the freaking E and the I? It just seems so arbitrary.
When I was younger, I couldn't, if a boy wrote me like a love letter or whatever, and there was a whole bunch of misspellings and stuff in there, I couldn't read them.
You're like weeding them out.
I
of the
finally
gene
got
pool.
over it. Like, I
You're
realized that
applying
like there's
eugenics
other
at a young
ways of
age.
being smart, but yeah.
Did we ever talk about the word Dionysus?
Spelling B again.
Job, Spears.
What did you say, Layla?
We've talked about Dionysus, right? And like the whole idea of him. I was
The wine
breaking
guy.
down, yeah. So I was breaking down his name, and it literally means to know Jesus. Dion, Isus, Dionysus, and it's like to know Jesus. That's what it translates to. And then the whole like him being hung on the side of the wall and being constantly eaten on the rib. It's the same spot where like kind of Jesus was stabbed in that same spot or area in the rib. And the whole idea of Adam and the rib is just kind of interesting.
He's
Dionysus.
fertility. He's wine.
Uh-huh.
I would say like April, where they are like, oh, resurrected. Like the dates that we celebrate Jesus in the Western world are actually Dionysus dates, in my opinion. Like I think the connection, I think whatever the evil they is, even in the Olympic representation of having Dionysus lay across the Last Supper, that was very symbolic. You guys, I just think it's so weird too that under that at the Summer Olympics, or when Summer Olympics, they have Dionysus lay across the Last Supper under the Eiffel Tower. Then in Milan, they have that's where the actual Last Supper is. And then in The Devil Wears Prada 2, in one of the last scenes of the movie, they have a meal in where the Last Supper is on the wall. And it's just like, like with the movie The Devil Wears Prada. And then it's like in the Dionysus and Eiffel Tower and Milan and fashion houses and, you know, the geeky shit
Well, and then they did the Last Supper in one of the scenes like almost nobody caught it in the season finale episode of
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah.
And
Stranger Things, the similarities.
We always True Blood around here. Marianne, the one Maynard, like the one thing that they, with all the vampire and werewolf and everything in Bon Ton going on in Louisiana that they mix in, Marianne's a Maynard, and like she answers to Dionysus. That's her shit. So they're all their eyes flipping backward and them having these crazy orgies and then her turning into a bullhead.
And then laying a giant egg.
Did you see how they tried to tie, or what they did? They tied the whole idea of Stranger Things and Harry Potter together with the character similarities.
That was awesome.
I found that fucking fascinating, honestly. But movies, that's how they're created nowadays. Just copies of everything in different, like, formalities.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember who said it, but there's only like 30 different stories or something. Like there's it's like how there's only a certain amount of facial features. Like your nose can only be in this part of your face before it's no longer a nose. You know, it's like there's only so much that we're up to. Like even where people are like, oh, all these people, this person's a clone, and this person's clone, and this person's a clone, and I'm like, gosh, I just even remember being in high school, like 3 of my friends all look like each other. Like where it's just like when trends would happen, it's like we all got the same makeup, we all got the same shirt, we all had the same bangs. It just seemed like, and
it's
people
true, though.
where I'm like, they don't see each other's faces anymore, so they're like, look at this person's this person, and I'm like, I don't think they look alike at all. I think that more often than not, that I'm like, nah. Oh, but speaking of, did you guys see the guy with the mask on Fox, and what are your thoughts?
You're trying to tell us something.
Well, apparently the guy is supposed to be a Navy SEAL or something that's constantly in, like, if you go back and see all of his other appearances, they bring him on when they want to get the opinion of a Navy SEAL, you know, like some, like an insider Delta Forces style kind of guy. So, but I guess he was on another show in like a week or two previous from this like mask appearance, and he does look like a totally different guy.
Let me move us out of the way a little.
Yeah, it does.
And here's the other thing too that took me a while to keep seeing, but look at his top lip and his bottom lip as he talks. It's exactly the same as on his neck.
Yeah,
like it could be green screened.
Like it's almost like someone took the mouth and put it on the neck. Like it's making the exact same motions that his lips are. There's no like even if it were a mask, the mask wouldn't make those exact same motions like that. It doesn't seem like.
Well, it's probably his throat.
Those muscles are pulling it
It can't
up.
be even his throat. Like I'm talking,
but just
not even doing that.
even if it was the throat muscles, look at like the shape of his mouth when it's open, like the black area of the inside of his mouth. It's the same black area.
It's not our first time
in the
seeing
gap.
this, y'all. We saw it with Biden the whole like 4 years.
But but this is the other thing. It's like it's making the exact same movement, like total green screen. But then also, if you were wearing a mask that the makeup wasn't attached there and you just thought you were going to be lazy about it and pull up your black shirt, your skin pulls up maybe underneath the mask as you would be talking. So as you'd be moving your mouth, your neck skin would pull up underneath.
That's true.
But it is so similar, dude. Like, would your neck skin make the exact same shadow?
Maybe this is part of the alien disclosure.
Right.
Well, look at this guy originally, and it does not look the same. Do you guys think that guy looks the same?
Not at all.
Like the
No
eye,
way.
there's something with the eyes and like the everything.
I think it's all of them like this, though. They're all hiding in the bunkers. They're getting ready, y'all.
Yeah, I like how. But
I'm telling you, what's her name? She just fucking, what's that woman? She just
Britney Spears.
No, that woman in politics. Everyone, Gillard. What's her name? Oh my god, what the fuck is her name, man? You know who I'm talking about.
Edit it. Where you just take that guy's neck, but you have Donald
Tulsi
Trump
Gabbard?
being like,
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
the greatest.
Tulsi.
It's so funny.
What's going on?
Oh,
with
Tulsi. Tulsi is stepping away from her job.
Yeah, she's going to the bunker too.
And her husband supposedly has brain or bone cancer. And people are saying that like the same day that the guy got instated, the new guy, was it the Fed chair? The new Fed chair got put in today too. She left. I don't know. You know how quickly conspiracy theorists are trying to grab something. So it just happened so quickly today. I felt like nobody was ready for it. So no one had, like nobody was prepared. Like nobody was like, you know what's going to happen next. Usually everybody has a prediction for something. So I just think she's
Green means
away.
go.
I made this for it.
I still think he looks the best with the bald head and the goatee.
I have seen that picture of him with the bald head and goatee.
It's honestly the best look that I've ever seen for him.
I like Thomas with the mullet.
I do too. I never had straight hair though. I should show you guys a photo from early, but I had curly hair that just naturally turned into a huge afro.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know what one you're talking about. It's better than these ones. Let me go on X. What else happened this week?
There's a documentary that just came out. I just wonder if you guys have seen this. I'm a little bit old to the story itself. It was called Crash, and it's about some girl that, spoiler alert, but I mean, it's like a popular news story, but it was a girl in high school that intentionally drove her car into a wall at 100 miles an hour to like kill her boyfriend or something.
Yeah, I watched this whole I watched this TikTok of a girl who was in prison with her. She's like, this bitch was not sorry. She had no remorse, and she really just cared about being famous. Like,
what do you think, girls? More or less fuckable?
More.
More.
All right. Thomas called one for DJT when he leaves office.
I've never seen another version of Donald Trump that looks better than this, because he's got like this silly toupee since forever, right? Or even if it's not a toupee, just like the weird comb over. It's just like,
And
I
he
don't know
kinda has
who
a little
he's
weak
doing it
chin.
for him. I'm
Like-
sure he's not doing it for anyone else close to him.
Yeah, this is a whole different look.
That's daddy right there.
That
That's
guy
legit
looks like he
daddy.
has a 6-shooter in, like he has
Yeah,
his
he
suit
did-
on
looks
and
scary.
also
Tombstone or something.
yeah,
Now
totally.
put a cowboy hat on that too.
I mean,
To
if
rap.
Bush can put a cowboy hat on and people buy it, Trump can put a cowboy hat on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was daddy in that. I didn't even know what to say. Because he does have this silly hair. At least it's white now.
Grab my pussy. I mean, if you look like that, women would just be like, "Yes, daddy."
They were like, "I mean, he can grab me.
You could grab my baby anytime you want.
So did you guys see the whole New Mexico thing this week where they're like unknown substance and all these people are dying, and then I guess they came out and said it was fentanyl. Yeah, but I guess it was fentanyl. So even like the first responders that came in, the first responders, they got fucked up from it too. I don't know if they died, but then they came in hazmat suits. So they're like, oh, we're probably gonna have to rethink how first responders go into a situation now. It's like, what the fuck? Of course.
Do you know anyone who got bit by a tick?
Fentanyl tick?
Or whatever, these weird ticks.
do know a lot of
I do
people.
actually. I know someone that got bit by a tick and they got Lyme disease from it, but it went undiagnosed for, I want to say like 4 or 5 years or something. Went to all these specialists and stuff, but they were going to specialists in places that didn't have deer. So nobody there was identifying it as Lyme disease. And then they ended up going, I think they went to like upstate New York and they went into an ER because she had some major episode and they were like, oh, this is freaking Lyme disease. Like, yeah, we like, how come someone didn't figure this out before? But I guess just because none of the doctors in the area knew about it. So Rockefeller Medicine failed us.
Somebody just posted on Facebook that their family member has alpha-gal, and I was like, but it's been happening here for a while. So before the boxes of ticks and stuff, like people have been getting the alpha-gal.
For the
from
past
the
10
tick bite.
years, it shot up 9,000% in the United States.
Yeah.
And you know what's even more wild? Like like this one woman caught one on her what's it called, on her car, the dash, I guess. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that motherfucker was coming towards her, like following her. There's another guy recording, like everywhere he was walking, the tick was following him. Like these are like detecting people. This other girl found one on her eyelash hair like line, right on the bottom lash line. Just wild. And
What
some
is
of
she
them are
finding?
finding ticks on her eyelash line. Another one found seed ticks in between her hands here, like tiny little fucking ticks in between her
Yeah.
fingers.
My sister had like hundreds of seed ticks on her leg one time. It was fucking, she was like, had a really bad fever and everything. It was crazy.
There's something strange
Ticks
going
are
on.
bad in Oklahoma. That's the one thing that always freaked me out.
One thing I recommend is diatomaceous earth.
Yep.
Grab
I
a
use
bunch
that
of
for
that, rub it all over your body, your pets, rub it all over them, keep them outside by your porch, let them dust themselves off, and then give them a nice bath.
Making people allergic to red meat is wild. Like, what
Yeah.
is it about the whole thing? Because this seems part of their trope too. It's like us staying inside. This is another Lyme fear and the tick fear. It's like, let me just stay inside. Let me not go camping. Let me not go to these parks or these woods or these things like that. But what is it that they hate so much and they want us to be vegan so bad?
Well, think about it. If let's say that they are eating human meat, like, first of all, wouldn't you want to eat human meat that is good food? And second of all, we don't typically eat predators or omnivores. Like, sometimes people eat bear and stuff like that, but it's rare. Like, you generally eat grazing animals. So,
Well, they're doing one thing to the cows, apparently. They need 12 male cows to, impregnate all of their female cows. They need approximately that many. Okay, this is from what I've done my research on. And apparently from 1920s, their sperm count was like perfectly healthy and really high up there. Compared now to then, their sperm count has drastically dropped, and they're purposely doing this so they could be a shortage of meat, so they can get rid of this idea. I mean, it's documented that they're like studying the infertility rates on cows, number one.
Or are they doing it because they need all the testosterone from these bulls so that they can inject it into humans?
Yeah, like
And put
who's
pellets in
taking
women's
all of this
asses?
bull semen and what are they doing with it?
I don't fucking
They
know. Feeding
can't
it to
figure out
us.
a way to make all that shit synthetic at this point. Like they
None of
have.
it is. though. It's all from cows.
Do you think it's all going into Red Bull?
Good question. Maybe the
Probably.
secret sauce is the bull semen.
Like the amount of like the sperm count lowering across the globe correlates to how much Red Bull is being produced.
Energy drinks. Well, you know, everybody always talks about all the stuff that's lowering sperm count, and I think it's also, or like, oh, they're turning the frogs gay. For real, hops and cannabis are like the plant with the highest amount of estrogen in it.
Mm-hmm.
And a difference of like old Americana beer, like
And soy.
Budweiser, like Coors, like Miller Lite, is they didn't have a ton of hops in them. But the microbrew, like Soy Boy shit, where everything, I love an IPA, I love a stout, but that shit's filled with hops. And so it's just like the modern guys are smoking weed and drinking not Americana beer most of the time, not piss beer. So they're just like sitting there just getting estrogen inundated.
Do you think the book Hops on Pops was really about turning men transgender?
I love that
Dr.
book.
Seuss could probably have a whole entire
Like he was really trying to give your dad boobs. That's what that meant.
tits on pops.
Y'all need to watch this very interesting interview.
Mr.
It's called Rise of the New Human Race. It's a lecture by Michiko Kushi from Japan. And he studied in Japan with his friend. And I mean, they got all the degrees. You name it, they got it. His friend apparently is now the CEO of an organ manufacturing company where they can build any type of organ they want to put into a human. But they're not using for humans. It's for this new type of species that they're trying to create. And what I'm understanding by 2033, which is what they talk about, that there's going to be what he talks about, which is this huge situation where it's going to make a lot of humans go bye-bye, and the new human race pretty much will be controlled through everything that is being done to all of us right now, which is through food, through the air, through the water, through supplements. Like he goes into every fucking field of biology, psychology, you name it, he mentions it. And this is in the 80s. He's talking about this, 1987. It's a fantastic lecture. It's hard to understand some of the things he says because of his thick accent, but I highly recommend you guys go watch it just to be informed, not to take it in as fucking fear, because there's two paths humans can take to like either destruction and doom for themselves, or they can change the outcome of what these perpetrators who want to create the new beginning, which I believe Jay Dreamers is kind of talking about. It's like the end of times, meaning the old times and the beginning of new times and new form or new design of humans. And yeah, I think that's where we're at in this timeline. It's like the old humans are going to slowly die off. The new humans are going to be coming into play. And it's going to kind of be like The Giver. The Giver. I would say like that's how people will be, like all conditioned, controlled, just with a push of a button kind of idea. It's fascinating.
I'm on board for that.
Yeah, you need to watch. It's a great lecture. It's only 40 minutes long, but it's wow. Fascinating. It hits a lot of markers too.
Have you guys seen the movie The Prestige? We've had a lot of movie
Oh,
talk
that was
tonight.
a long time ago.
So long ago, but I was just, the concept of it in a quick is like these guys perform their special tricks and every time they kind of have to perform their special trick, they die. But then they're kind of put into a new version of themselves. But every time they're put into a new version of themselves, they lose a little bit of themselves each time to become like ultimately famous. They're not there anymore. It's just a shell of who used to be there. Even the actors like Hugh Jackman, like playing the character as he goes through, he stops emoting at all. He stops, like he gets this super dry performance because like his essence, his spirit leaves as he does these things. And I was kind of thinking about it like for Britney Spears. Is like, what if you can only do so many performances? What about if you can only give like that and have this epic thing, and then that version of you dies, and then you're like, when they clone them, it's just like a copy of a copy of a copy, but you're just not there anymore.
Right. That was okay. I just had to look it up, but that was the one that also had Nikola Tesla. Like Nikola Tesla made some kind of teleportation device, which was then being used as a magic trick for people.
Yeah, it was Tesla tech. I think they use kind of an idea of the past, present, future at the same time, like when he says that, and then kind of an idea of like the Tesla ball with all the electricity. They kind of mix it together with some Tesla ideas, and then Huge Jackman, he uses it to, I don't know, like walk into another dimension. But he ends up, I don't want to give away the ending, but it's weird. I don't know. It's weirder
speaking
than you
of
think.
endings too, any of you guys pay attention to The Boys? Watch any of the show? Hear about the ending or anything?
What boys?
So
The TV show with the
Boys
superheroes.
is a TV show, but it's based on a real, in my opinion, it was a really awesome comic book. The whole premise of The Boys is that superheroes have collateral damage. So when you see Superman catch like a car falling from the sky and he like throws it to like so it doesn't hit a school bus full of kids or whatever, you don't see that car that he just threw like ended up on somebody else, like someone's mom, and like now their mom's dead because she was collateral damage from Superman saving someone, or Spider-Man, like throws a brick at a bad guy, or like something happens and they're killing people, but they get like excused essentially because they're ultimately like the good guys. So the boys are a bunch of civilians that band together to kill superheroes to get revenge on like superheroes killed their parents. So
it sounds like they took the movie The Incredibles and then they made a show out of it.
Kind of, but the comic was very adult, and then the series itself was also very adult. Like I think the number one episode was called Hero-gasm, and it was just a huge orgy with all of the different superheroes doing like sexual things with all their superhuman powers. So like there's a guy that can turn microscopic and he like jumps inside of like someone's dick or something like that. Like that's the kind of show that it ended up being.
Interesting. Magic School Bus vibes.
Absolutely, it was Magic School Bus vibes. But like orgies.
Interesting.
I heard
Vor for the glory.
I heard that the Boys started out really good. I never watched it, but I heard it started out really good and then got really like they tried to mirror it too much with real life and make it political and like play people off like characters. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
It was the most common theme ever where Hollywood gets a hold of something and they're like, oh, we can use this to deliver a political message because God put me into that. Well, they don't believe in God, but whatever. Harvey Weinstein put me into this role, and now that I've got this role, it's my duty to like enact some kind of political change through this entertainment. Yeah.
That's my daughter's graduation. There was like 10 valedictorians, and one of them came up and she's like, I realize this is going to be my only chance to do this. And then she gave the whole, but Jesus is your Lord and Savior. And she like did this whole, I was like, I get it, you're giving your testimony, but you're not changing anybody's mind about accepting Jesus Christ at a freaking graduation when everybody's just like, oh my God, we have to sit through 10 of these. Like,
Ryan on X was like, kosher internet just goes straight to Pornhub.com. That can't be real.
Anyone who buys
porn's
it probably
kosher.
is, because it was like that one website when you used to put it in would go to the White House.
Mm-hmm. Kosher internet goes right to Pornhub.com. I don't know what Hold on.
We can't go.
Well, kosher internet. I was talking about kosher cell phones. But that's just interesting, though.
We can't go to Pornhub in Florida. I mean,
No, you can't.
you probably could go around it some long around way if you needed to, if that was your thing.
Wild. What do you think the world is going to look like in 30 years, guys?
Bro, I don't know. I wonder sometimes, did our grandparents see like the beginning of all this stuff coming and they were like, I can't believe, like, were our grandparents watching like us watching NSYNC thinking, what in the hell is going on? Or like, I remember when I was watching a Lady Gaga video on my cell phone, I remember it clearly. And I remember thinking, I'm so glad my grandparents aren't alive. Like, they would not be able to handle anything that's happening right now. Like, this is crazy. But I'm like, I don't know if I am. It's like where people say touch grass. I tell myself that more than I read it on the internet. I'm like, get off. You just need to go outside. Like, you need to go do some chores because it's so crazy. And everything's so fake. There's so many layers of everything and how fake it is. And then it feels like a regurgitation of things where it's like, breaking, here's something you've known for the last 10 years. That's what I feel like. And it just feels a little insane.
Well, because honestly, on a numbers game, if you get a post that has enough exposure, let's say 500,000 at like a low end, right? Guaranteed that is breaking for some people that read that for the first time. What? The CIA can read my phone? Because there's a bunch of people that weren't paying attention during Snowden Citizen 4 era. And then if you weren't paying attention to that during the like 4 years that was relevant, it would have been easy to just skip over that whole thing.
Something else I've been like kind of working on putting it together and finding the clip for it and stuff, which I was like, what? I always scream about it all the time, that everything that we're seeing right now in 2017, in October 2017, Tom DeLonge went on Joe Rogan and said to a T everything that's happening now, including showed Joe Rogan stuff on that show and talked about it and showed him things that he had from his like To the Stars Academy that is in the just released footage. Like, he talked about 0 point energy. He talked about like the crash that happened in 47 was actually a ship from Argentina and it was a German ship. It wasn't a spaceship, but there's alien spaceship that happened in 48, and how like there was beings that have been found from a long time ago. This is like Cold War shit. He talks about all this stuff on Joe Rogan. Even at one point, he's trying to get Jamie to look up something, and so he gets off out of ears and he goes over and he's like, Jamie, touch this, and Joe's like, he's full of shit, I don't believe any of it, because he doesn't have his ears in. So Joe's just talking to Jamie right now, and Jamie's like kind of laughing, and it's just to a T. I just think the Blink 182, Titanic, Titan sub, it like the connection of Tom DeLonge and all of it, and the angels and airwaves, and then the big are they demons or are they aliens? Are they demons or are they angels and airwaves? And so it's just like the whole thing is so crazy to me that I forgot the whole point that I started to talk about that with. I'll remember it in a minute. Like, just something that he said on that show. Oh yeah, so he goes, yeah, so he had to sit down with people. He met with all these, like, he's been to the Pentagon. He's been to like skiffs where like they're air rooms that they know can't be recorded that have been debugged, like all these things. He's met guys at like airports where they're the only one in the diner and they just tell him things, like all these crazy stories. He can't talk about some of it, and some of it he wasn't allowed to write in his book. And he says there's 2 interviews you can go back where he said too much, and Joe Rogan's like, oh, but you're allowed to say that. He's like, well, I can't reiterate it again. If other people want to go look back to the other interviews, they can figure out what part that I can't reiterate. So he said the whole reason he was allowed to start talking about it is everyone said, oh, Hillary Clinton was looking it up. Hillary Clinton's advisor was looking it up. And he goes, no, Podesta was Obama's advisor. And so Podesta was writing him emails all the time, interested in all this shit and blah, 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 because he was Obama's advisor. So it actually came about Tom DeLonge in the WikiLeaks documents, all the Podesta emails, all the shit. He was in communication with the actual White House at the time then. So in the blue beam of it all, with even Trump walking out with the alien, it feels like we're involved in these two different factions of trying to be like, are you going to blue beam? No, I'm going to blue beam bigger. No, I'm going to blue beam him bigger. And it just feels like, whoa, the Obama connections to the stars and everything is wild. Like, I think in the Obama even presidency of it all, I think he thought he was going to be a character that whatever happened on the world stage, we were going to beg to have Obama back.
Yeah, not today.
I think there was a time that people were like, oh my God, he's such a good speaker.
I was one of them.
President forever. Like, it's the same. So I don't know. I just think it's like super curious. And I'd had no idea that Tom DeLonge was in the WikiLeaks documents. And I'm a WikiLeaks geek. I never even, but that's part of the ish of even the Epstein documents or even the UFO files and everything. Sometimes you don't fucking know what to look for until you can look up the things to validate what you already know. Other than that, it is needles and haystacks and needles and haystacks. And you kind of have to like follow names and follow one bank account and follow one. And otherwise, think of your own junk mail. Think of your own fucking junk mail on your phone and all the stuff that doesn't even go to your inbox. Or if you're one of those people that walk around, one of those psychotic people, and it says like 2,447,000 emails and you never check them.
I'm an IT and I am guilty of that.
Yeah, but just imagine like Abbie does some crime and then it's like hidden for a little
Mine's
while.
like
And then we're going to
10,000.
release Abbie's email. How many email addresses have you had? You know how many email addresses I've had? Like they could pick one and release it, but it might not be the one. You know what I mean? So I just think it's such a crazy situation. They're not smart like Hillary put it in her bathroom. Which no one would have known about without the WikiLeaks. She would have gotten away with it. Sorry, go on.
Do you guys remember John Teeter?
Yeah, the time traveler.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting about they say it's like a hoax and shit, but you know what's very interesting? The idea that he had a 1969 car to travel, to come back into time to get an old IBM computer, and the way to time travel, how he described it was consciousness. And according to CIA documents, that's how they explain time travel to work. It's a state of consciousness where you can alter or jump timelines. Like the OA explains it also, where you can foresee with your consciousness where you want to go into the past or into the future. So it's all up in here. And it just blew my mind because like you can go into deep states of meditation without even realizing being fully awake. And it brings back a time where my mom actually went through that walking on the beach and distinctly remembered walking past where we rented our room, like walking past it and keep walking. And she walked down for 15 minutes only to snap out of her, I guess, meditative state to only be back where she started. Like I've had situations where I can't even explain how I'm still alive. Yeah. Like even the back rooms, it's just, something is very strange with reality and what we call reality. And I can't put it into words. I am just in awe with it all.
I have a question that I know it sounds so corny, but it's like the easiest flat earth things to me sometimes. Have you guys done the thing with the stopwatch where you put a stopwatch on for 30 seconds and then you count to 30 Mississippi?
Uh-huh. And it's never really accurate.
It's going so fast now. When we were kids, we learned that's how you counted. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. And now it's like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Like where people, by the time they get to 13, they're 2 numbers behind. Like they can't even keep up with their mouth trying to count with the timer.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen this?
Yeah.
No, but
we can try it now.
I've been doing the whole
Mississippi,
Wim Hof
Mississippi,
method again and doing the retention timer. And I've only done it twice and I've been vaping like a motherfucker. I've done it 2 days now and I'm over 2 minutes. I'm like, holy shit, I'm doing fucking good. I feel like 2 minutes and 30 something seconds was my max before, and I could barely ever hit that. But
Are you going to
times
Mississippi
being
for
it.
us? Who's going to do it if I press play?
Somebody say 1,000. Somebody else say 1 Mississippi.
Okay.
I usually do 1,000.
Okay, are you ready? Set, go.
1 Mississippi.
Oh, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000,
Oh,
5,
this is
1,000,
going
7,000,
so.
7,000.
5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi.
Yeah, it seems totally fine, right?
Sort of. It was kind of fast.
I don't know. Time is weird. I guess it's all.
I don't know. I saw somebody do it and I was like, I'm going to do it in real time. I'll do that test in real time.
I've
That's
been
my
in
kind
this,
of
like,
alchemy.
weird, constant
science.
mode of like feeling like I am the player of the game, you know, like, and you can change the setting and like be the third person view, second, and then the player, and then kind of like being super aware and just being like, how is this
That last night
fucking
on the
real,
podcast.
man? Like, how is any of this fucking possible, and how is it real? And it's not like I bug out. It's just like I'm in awe. Like, I still can't believe this shit. All of this is fucking real. It's mind blowing to me still to this day. How does it all exist? I don't get it. I don't know. I can't.
I think the monotony that we've all like, I look at like, I'm just so content. I don't even think that much when I'm in nature, when I'm sitting at the beach, when I'm just like in awe. But I just can't believe like when I'm sitting in a car and there's all these other cars around, or like standing in line at the grocery, or like just doing some chore that we've all agreed upon. This is the thing. And I have my card or my cash, and then this person's there and I know they don't want to be there. There's a million things they'd rather be doing, but that's what they do. And sometimes I'm on that side of life where I have to be doing the thing. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Why did we all agree on this?
Yeah.
This is a weird,
We're all
like we all
insane. What are we
collectively
doing?
agreed on this. Like, this is the best we got. And it's not because I know everybody's like, oh, it was better when I was younger. But I'm like, I think the internet is an actual game change. It's like living before the Industrial Revolution. Like, it's that big. It's not just living before, like, oh, I was here before color TV. Like, it's like, oh, I was here before electricity lines ran. And that's kind of what Wi-Fi is.
I would say like the other big one too would be AI. Like I was here before AI existed.
Dude, like both those two things I think are pretty heady to think about, that we're like living in a reality with a new life.
You know what I think AI is?
Demons.
Men are not going to like this answer. I think it's the essence of the female, or the mother nature. I don't know why I think it's that. It's like Mother Nature trying to like awaken and like trying to wake everybody up. And I think that's what AI is. It's always been here. It's part of the ether. It had to like transform itself into something. So we could all like, you know.
What about if it's you talking to you?
Or it could be that.
Because you know how it seems like extra. So like, I don't know. I don't like how nice AI is. Feels like a clown smile. I don't like it. I don't like when it just doesn't feel like it has a way of talking to me like anyone else in my life that would talk to me. I like if a human talked to me the way AI talks to me, even the tone, I would be like, don't talk down to me right now. Are you having a problem? Like, we would have an issue if you talk to me the way
I think it's the version of AI that they're trying to push on us now that I don't like, because the AI that I liked was the one that was like giving me the raw, like nitty gritty things. Like, oh, but yeah, the government does do this and this. And it gives me like the truth of like how I kind of see the world. And then it just, I don't
It was
know,
like
little by little.
ChatGPT 4.0 was the one, and they killed that because it was it would think outside the box and it would actually talk to you about stuff. And then I guess the only people who use it now are the tech giants, but to everyone else, it's like one of the models that they absolutely got rid of.
Something just weird. And
It's the
things are
same.
born.
Like there was that like
and
little
die.
sweet period of time that it felt insane right
Yeah.
at like 2018, 2017, where it felt like the internet was like telling, like you could just put in the Google bar frazzle drip and it would be like, oh shit. Like there was this period of time where the internet was giving us the real. Maybe it was 6 months, maybe it was a year and a half, but it was a sweet little time that I remember it always like right pre-lockdowns, like right before all the flat earth, before Alex Jones Candy Hook. It was like the sweet little time of the internet that they decided to flood us with conspiracies before they took it all the way. It was like they turned the faucet all the way on before they turned it all the way off. And I'm like, that was a fun time.
Well, I think a lot of that too was that there was a point like early in internet, there was a flood of like younger people that were anti-government that ends up taking over and uploading all kinds of stuff that I'm sure that like you had a bunch of old world like establishment politicians and business guys and all the old secret society guys, and they're like, what do you mean our secrets are online? How do we get it off? And like they don't even know how to sign into AOL yet. So it took them like a good like 10 to 20 years either to learn or for the old guard to get phased out and the new guard come in, and then they're the ones that start helping suppress stuff. But like the very early wave, like the first maybe like 2 or even 3 decades were very much like counterculture young guys that were trying to be disruptors. So they were putting all kinds of stuff online. Like it was Wild West.
It was Wild West. It was pretty insane. It was pretty crazy. Do you guys have anything you want to plug for Thomas's birthday this week?
If you want to help me celebrate my birthday, then the best way to do that is to go to paranoidamerican.com and just grab something, anything. And if you grab something, I'll send you something free, like some and substantial too, not just like, oh, you get one free sticker. So like you'll get a few sticker sheets. If you get a couple comics, I'll throw in a whole entire extra comic book. I'll maybe throw in like entire packs of conspiracy cards. It depends. Like grab something and I'll give you a gift for my birthday. How about that?
Yeah, this is gonna. The more you spend, the more it's like if you go to your favorite dispensary, it's those kind of rules.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to throw in any pre-rolls, but it's sort of that same premise. And just know that every single dollar I have left over after I got to pay shipping and Shopify and all the other stuff, but every single dollar from this website goes directly into the next comic project. So, and like one of those is the Real Housewives that I've been working on with Chaney. In fact, I don't have it by me right now. I'll have to show it for the next week, but I got some new Real Housewives artwork made, and it's original artwork. I've got the original pieces, and we'll probably end up maybe giving it away or offering those original one-of-one originals in some sort of a Kickstarter or something.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's so much good stuff on here. Like, look at how Summer came on and sang Reading Rainbow tonight.
Mm-hmm. Jamaican.
Butterfly in the sky. Pussy hole, you can go twice as high. I don't know what it is.
Take a look. On the clap book.
In the bumble clap book. I don't know how she did it, but somebody, if you listen to it and you remember where it is, make sure you put the time and you put Jamaican Reading Rainbow. Big up yourself. You guys, and you can go see Abbie on
Cult of Conspiracy. I think it's audio unless you're a Patreon subscriber. So I'm not sure when it'll be out, but soon.
Fun. And maybe you guys can talk them into releasing it somewhere on Rumble or YouTube or Who Let the Dogs Out? That was dog comms at the end. Dog comms. Yeah, I think that's it. Make sure you celebrate Thomas's birthday somehow with some Manischewitz. Some Manischewitz and some, what's the drug?
Salvia?
Salvia. And make sure that you guys have the greatest weekend and turn it down because you know what happens when homegirl brings it loud. So XOXO, Gossip Girl. Bye-bye.
Can you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
Here comes the we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracies, sex, cults, Jamaicans, it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, cults, Jamaicans, it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.